Here we go. All right, I'm just waiting for a bit. It's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Can't read these. Hey, Kip. That's a good video. That's a good comment. My show. You're gonna have to have the balls to admit when you're wrong. Oh, that's nice. That makes me feel good. I don't think I've ever actually come in under my time estimate at the beginning. Like, ever. I should just stop making bad promises. A 10-minute video, 3 hours later. I guess this was over an hour long. I didn't even see how long it was. Thank God for calling out the pronunciation of VI. Why awake? I went to sleep at 9 o'clock. My wife and I, we started snuggling at 7 and we were asleep by 9. So I'm up kind of early. Diatribe after diatribe. Yes. Oh, thank you for the sub. You are absolutely right. That's what I do. There are tons of other streamers who might be more it might be easier to follow. And again, I actually put content out when a lot of people full-time employed at my age do not. So the content is messy, but it is real. Did you delete the video? It's such an honest rant. Oh shit. I that other rant, I deleted it. I'm not bringing it back. Hey, Minerva. You're the best, Rob. Exciting to watch your content. My God, I always improving. Cheers from Norway. This might be a new thing. Me reading YouTube comments with everybody. You're drunk watching 2 a.m. Rob stream. Oh, the world is ending, but glad you're not stuck in your ways. That's kind of funny. Rob with NeoVim and Seashell. Sad there's no replacement for Mac Vim yet. What? What does that even mean? The bottom is getting chopped off. Is my terminal getting chopped off? Oh my God, it is. How horrible. This whole time. This whole time. This whole time you could not see it. How about now? No? How about... Oh, that's just because it's full screened. I think that's because it's full screen. So let me try something. Just a second. Pocket 2. I know this. I know this. I have to talk softer because my wife's asleep next door. That's why I'm being really quiet. That's why I'm being quiet. Well, that'll work. Oh, the humanity. 26 new comments on Reddit. No, I haven't. Let's go do that. Let's go do that. I actually am tempted to try Z-Shell again. Not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. The thing is crazy is I've only... Look at how long I've been. This video got published... I published this video less than 6-7 hours ago, and it's already had 2,000 views. This is the most views I've ever got on a video. I think posting to Reddit in that amount of time, I think posting to Reddit is probably wise. I should probably continue to do that. Because it opens up a dialogue that can be found for searchability. Action Yun. Spicy. Are you going to go build and finally ride your bike? I'm not going to ride my bike today. I want to ride my bike. You know why I hate Z-Shell? It doesn't have bash completion. You can't CD into other things. It's not the standard shell. And you can't have a single Vim RC, a single bash RC, a single RC file. Every single thing I just said, I found out last week, is not true. As long as you twist your arm and you break some things. Yeah, Spicer, I'm not going to do that. No. I think I'm spicy enough. Let's go see the Reddit. Let's go read the Reddit shit. This little thing about Luther printing Jews portrayed as vermin. Oh, this is traditional lie. This is my other one. That's, how come it's not logging me in with the right account? It's not logging me in with the right account. I made a new account. Although... for some reason, it's associated the two accounts together. That's really cool. I'm glad about that. Wait, does this work? Okay. Good. Search for fun. Oh shit, I got 62 upvotes. That's great. Damn. Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. Do I want to do this, or am I glutton for punishment? This last point. Let's not forget Lua wasn't even invented when Braum added Vim script to Vim. Yep. Gotta respect Vim's game. I've had a lot of progress in hindsight. Yes. But it existed before Vim. This is true. Personally, I disagree with Braum on his decision to make Vim 9. I agree 100%. Actually, totally agree with that. I remember Rob once said in an email about how plugin authors want better Vim script as the reason he created Vim 9. By better Vim script, I don't think he meant totally different Vim script. I mean, I don't understand how replacing function with def and could improve Vim script speed and reliability, as I know Braum learned a lot from JS and TS when writing Vim 9 script. I wish Vim script was like JS. There are many other things. This is great. This is actually spawning conversation. That's what I wanted it to do. I have a very bad legacy script, but I'm very proficient in Vim 9. However, you can write plugins in Python if you wish, and I think, but I may be wrong, you could even write them in Lua since a long time. That's only the case so long as Vim is compiled and supported with the language. For example, macOS default Vim does not have support for Lua, Python, Ruby, or any of it. What? Built-in interfaces have been deprioritized. Huh. JS is a piece of shit language. I don't agree with that at all. JavaScript is not shit. I disagree with that. It's not. I think it's possible it's the only language that web browsers can understand. Exactly. That is true. Wish I had been one for those, yes. Shoulders of giants. You made it. There's a kip. Funny how this post on the matter is still up and there's no apology there on anything. Which post? Oh wait, I gotta delete this. This, to be completely honest, I haven't found the source code for that website yet. I'm looking for it now. That website was defunct years ago. I have a full-time job and family, so I forget stuff like that. And am trying to do the beginner boost again this year and just moved. So I haven't got to it yet. Thanks for the reminder. Reading live comments. Well, why not? Apologies for what? The same guy that made a long hate article. This was not a hate article. Hate article. If you read it before I take it down, is not what that is. That one was pretty damn tame compared to the Z entries I read and deleted and streamed, which contained the same content. Hope you saw me delete those. People make comments without watching the video. That's what happens all the time. Maybe he changed his mind. Maybe so. Every time I watched this video, he is still blaming people that use Neovim on not educating him on what it is and how things should have been done instead. No, that's totally wrong. Make some effort to see how it works himself. No, it's not. This is from the amount I have watched this video. That means they didn't watch me. Try trying the thing, which is classic bandwagon. No, I actually did try it. You clearly did not read the video. You clearly did not watch the entire video. This is directly counter to several times in the video when I explain this. If you really want to know the truth, watch the whole thing, as painful as it is. I obviously tried it before writing the first blog post. I also explain that it wasn't it was never me blaming others for not educating me, which pisses me off to read you write that after not watching the video explaining the exact reason for my anger. People giving me shit for not using it. I obviously tried it before writing the first blog post. So explain that it was never me blaming others for not educating me. Pisses me off to read you right after not watching the video explaining that exact reason for my anger. People giving me shit for not using it. About the state files, I was like, damn, help and Google it. This is a comment from someone who just does not know me. It's rather hilarious, actually. To criticize without even mentioning how fucked up destroying the syntax of all my files is disingenuous at best. It falls to local state. It absolutely does not. State home. Thanks for that. It is very newly added and is not included is fairly newly added. Love it. Just wish more languages knew about it and supported it. For example, Go has os.user cacher, but there is no os.user stater yet. We'll look for it. I'm glad I read that. I'm glad I read that. It's like your opinion, man. There is no os.user state. I'm going to make an XDG package. XDG package in my personal collection just to keep up with this. This is a much better place to put my vars project for bonsai. Save edits. Hey, you learned something here, guys. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm not seeing everybody's comments. Hello, full screen Rob. Hey, D-Loop. I got the beer anyways. What are we doing now? You may feel a little confused about NeoVim versioning. It's been a while since NeoVim is production ready, or at least for a lot of people. Great. I don't think it's production ready. Using it does not make it production. It's a bit of document and about why they are not following major version Semver stuff. Many projects don't because of the backward compatibility issue. Vim config. And when I'm remoting into systems, it can't install any Vim on it. Yes. Transform Vim script. Yes. Yay. I wish I could upvote that. Why does it matter if someone else doesn't like NeoVim or that they change their mind? I watched the first video, minute and on half of the text error is because he influences lots of people. The NVim loses functionality. I'm also unsure why anyone would rant about not liking a text editor so badly when you need and apologize. Mostly because you didn't listen to me say why I need a big video. This kind of thing drives views. God, what a shitty comment. I wish I could delete it. Doesn't watch the video, watches 1 minute of the video, and doesn't even read the explanation for the very reason I need a video. Amazing what watching more than 1 minute of the video would have answered for you directly rather than writing it here again. I directly address each of those points, but you chose to make a comment more than to watch the video before commenting. What an asshole. This is a typical Reddit person. Only mods of the channel can. That's fine. I don't care. Yeah. Watches 1 minute of the video and then proceeds to ask questions that are answered in the first 5 minutes of the video. Typical Reddit. Typical Reddit. I gotta change this. I'm gonna make it more spicy. Imagine watching a video for 1 minute and then taking 5 minutes to ask questions on Reddit that are answered in the first 5 minutes of the video. Reads half of the title, has a meltdown. I mean, this is just funny. Community educational? That terrifies me. Please tell me this person's not a teacher. Really, seriously, I really hope they're not a teacher. That would just make me feel bad. Make it even spicier. Now I need to realize I'm late on the rest trip. I mean, I made it through okay. Yep. Yeah, I am totally on board with that. Yeah. Live at 6 a.m. Good morning. Yeah. It's a great time to read a book. Or write code. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. I'm just checking the damage report here. Just before I get into the coding. I had to make sure I have to take this down. They're right. I need to take this down. But there's nothing negative in here. The only time it gets personal, I mean, they're saying it gets personal. It doesn't. I think I did say something mean in here. But hey, don't take all this too seriously. As human beings, every one of us deserves respect for our identities. That is not a personal attack. I think it's unfair for them to say that this particular post was ad hominem. There's nothing in here. And that shit that I wrote in my Zettelcast, and I'm kind of afraid that Prime will actually watch it because there is some stuff in there that was, making fun of bouncy ball people again. And it was targeted at Prime and people like him. And it was wrong. It was wrong. And that's actually worse than this. That's like way worse than this. So I don't see why people would say this is a personal thing. My Zets are spicy. In fact, I'm going to go through my Zets. I've taken my Zettelkasten down so many times and then brought it back. Take it down, bring it back. Take it down, bring it back. Take it down, bring it back. And, it's all still there. I can't delete it. As long as that Zettelkasten is public, I can't delete it. But I'm really starting to think that having a public Zettelkasten is a bad idea. And it's as bad as live streaming because you can't take it out. it goes out live and people can clip you. You can delete the images and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm seriously there. Okay, let me ask you guys. This is a very important question. Okay, actually, this is a legitimate question, and I'm gonna make a video about this. I'm actually gonna post a video making this question. Okay, this is a follow up. This is a follow up video to Zed or not. So legal notice you added to it. Let it be there. You're protected with it. A sexy beast. Hey, how you doing, Alex? How you doing? Good to see you. My room is a total mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning. All right, I have a question. I'm gonna ask it. Is it good to have your mistakes in a Zettelkasten in a GitHub repo to keep your mistakes in a GitHub repo? Rob Face is back, yes. All right, so I'm going to make a video about this. All right, everybody. It's early morning, and it's like 5 a.m., and I've been going through the comments on Reddit, and we got like 2,200 views on my NeoVim video, and I'm absolutely terrified that it's going to be taken the wrong way. And sure enough, there's been, out of all the comments, they've almost all been supportive. The most hilarious comment was one that was like it was like a 7-line comment with one somebody saying, I watched this for 1 minute, and then they proceeded to ask questions that were answered in the first 5 minutes that they would have got answers to had they watched the video for 5 minutes. It's a long video. I don't do short videos usually. I mean, I try. But the question really before me is one that I'm very seriously contemplating, and I want your feedback on it. So I'm going to post this video to Reddit so we can have a discussion thread. And I very seriously want your answers here. Should you keep your noted mistakes available online? That's the question. There's stuff in my Zettelkasten that I no longer agree with at all. That video that I did was me deleting stuff from my knowledge base with ranty stuff that I didn't believe in anymore. And the nature of a Zettelkasten is you're supposed to be able to take those things out of there. And I mean, if you guys know about my Zettelkasten, we can go look it up. So I'm going to take this down, by the way. This is the tamer of the articles. But if you go to github.com, or sorry, zet.github, did I get that right? What is it? rwxrob.github.io/zet, I think. So here's my index Zettelkasten, right? And the idea of this, and this has got, you know, positive things about NeoVim. So every time something gets updated, this gets updated, right? And I'm not pushing this. That's not what this video is about. I hate it when people keep doing this. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy's just trying to pump his views. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, why would he spend so much time on this? I said I answered that. I described it in the video. I deal with people who are learning all the time. I have my whole life. I started my own business on it. The reason I spend time on these videos is to help people learn and know where to go. That's the only reason I'm doing it. I don't give a shit. Yeah, sure, the money pays for my Starlink so I can IRL stream, but anybody that knows me at all knows that. Stop saying shit like that. Okay. Anyway, so, and yeah, that's yet another disconnected diatribe, to quote somebody exactly. You know, people are like, how dare you read your comments? You know, you're just gonna beat yourself up reading the comments. Well, I'm asking you to make more comments beating me up. Hopefully you'll be kind about it. But the question is very simple. Should you leave up your content that you no longer agree with? What do you think? That's it. That's the crux of this video. That's the crux of this video. If you don't see anything else, now you can stop. You can make a comment. You know, I'm going to tell you what I think and where my current position is, but why I'm rethinking it. I think that it's impossible to get people in 2024 to take the time to read enough or to watch it. They won't even watch more than a minute of video. People have trolling videos where the actual video is contained in the last 5 minutes because they know people won't watch it. Given this context, the real question is, do we care about those people? And the answer is yes, I actually do. You know why? Because those are the people that I want to get to. The people who spend 1 minute on a 60-minute explanation video where all the best part is at the end and they didn't even go to the end to see it, those people are the most, I could, say bad things about them or whatever. We can all make fun of them, or we could try to help them. And I deal with these people all the time. I've been dealing with people like this for more than a decade professionally. I'm not talking about at work. I'm talking about helping people to learn. Most of them are younger. They're in the 8 to 18 range. And it is a disease, friends. It is a disease. This dopamine addicted, I have to get all my answers in 1 minute, answer me really right away, or I'm going to walk away and I'm going to flame you. That behavior comes from a disease, and the disease is worse than COVID. The disease is the lack of ability to create any autodidactic research at all. And you see it at odds with people. There's other comments in the Reddit and other people. There's people who have figured this out, and they behave like self-taught people in a Linux news group or in an IRC chat. And then you have the people that ask the questions. There's people who have made sites called Let Me Google That For You. And you put those two groups of people together, and you get nothing but toxic. You get nothing but toxic. You get the people who have spent the time, they know how to answer their own questions, and they think the people that put 1 minute in and ask questions are absolute morons, and they go off on them. And the dynamic between those two is very toxic and unhealthy. And I'm just describing the climate because that's the climate we're in. So what do we want to do about it, right? What do we want to do about it? Do we want to just accept it the way it is and cater to the people who have already become enlightened and know how to figure out how to answer their own questions? Or do we want to roast everybody like I did for the first year on Twitch? Some of you might remember this, but for the first year on Twitch, if someone came into and this was on purpose, by the way, it was a technique I used to use in my school as well as here, and it's questionable, but it's not unusual. Right? They would come, people would ask questions they could answer on their stuff, and I would roast them. But it was a roast of love. Honestly, honest to God, it was a roast of love. Because I was like, I don't know, you tell me. Like, why are you, it did come off kind of like, why are you wasting my time? And one time, this is a direct quote. I had a guy come in. Some of you might actually remember this. I had a guy come into my chat. I assume it was a guy, I don't know. And everybody assumes it's a guy. I'm sure I'm going to get comments on that too. I had somebody come into my chat and they asked me a question, and they said what was the chat about or something. And I said some snide remark like, it's in the title. And they shot back and they said, you could have told me that instead of making fun of me. It would have taken you less time. How do you feel about that? And then the next comment they said was, and they weren't wrong, you're just as big as asshole as people say. The ironic thing is if they had been paying me to come to my school, it would have done the same thing. Because it's a disease. It's a disease. And this is going to come, I'm going to get a comment saying, you're saying people that ask questions are diseased. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that people somehow, I don't know how, but a large percentage of people in the world have not learned the most important skill, the absolute most important skill, not just of technology, but in life. And I'm not talking about loving others. I'm talking about getting your own answers to questions, becoming an autodidact. And if you go to skillselect.io, this is the site. It's all free, but start your tech career. There's an unusually large amount of content that talks about knowing it's never too late, thinking like a hacker, right? And people, most of, most of these people that come there, thank you for the ball. The people who, the people who chafe at this stuff. It's really sad because this is one of the things that I cannot. It's very hard for me to help people online. That's why I'm making a video here with this problem because I can't, these days you can't even put your arm around somebody, right? You can't even touch them. But if I am in person with somebody like I used to be in my own brick and mortar, and we're having, we're having game nights and we're having fun together and we have a relationship. That's the point I'm trying to make, right? And and then when they ask me a question they can answer on their own, I can poke them. I can jab them. I can say, look, why are you being so intellectually lazy? That's my term for it. And the problem with this is that the disease is intellectual laziness. It's this lack of desire to even lift a finger to understand the topic, or to do your own research, or to sit through somebody's explanation, winding in, to put up with their rhetorical style and actually listen and care about what they say. People do not want to spend the time listening to each other, watching each other's videos, writing a good response instead of a mean one. The disease, the YouTube, problem is not that people, are trolls and they want to create fights. It's because they're just fucking lazy. People are lazy, and I'm lazy, but I hope it's in a good way. But the intellectual laziness is the thing I got very little patience for. But I want to help people with it. So why did I talk about all of that? There's at least one commenter who's going to say, oh my God, he's going off on all this philosophical shit. He's not staying with the question in the middle of the title. And I am, but it's for a purpose. That is the environment we live in. So if I consider that we live in a time where people are full of diseased brains that refuse to read further. So, in a very specific sense, we're talking about people that would read one of my Zettelkastens that was written a long time ago, and they would go, oh my God, this guy is an asshole. And they make their conclusion right there. And they would never, they never care to ask if I've changed my mind. And I've done this. And I talk about that in that video. I assumed negative intent when they ripped out Smile. And in fact, they probably just didn't get to it because they weren't done with Lua yet. I mean, they weren't done with Neovim yet. So I've done it. I've assumed this thing. I have not spent enough time. I have borrowed my wife's voting roster because I don't have time to read all the issues on everything. And I know I trust her and she's done it. I am just as subjected to this problem as anyone. And knowing that, then I'm going to have to ask myself a very, very, very honest question. I have to ask myself, hey, Krabba, how are you doing? You have to ask yourself a very honest question. Should I make my thoughts public at all? And I have taken down my Zettelkasten at least 5 times, and then made it private, and then made it public, and made it private, and then made it public, and made it private, and made it public. Every time I take it down, the bulk of my community is like, oh my God, please put it back. I love searching it. It's got so many answers for things that I need. And Akip, I'm with you. Selective thoughts to the public is a good idea. That's what people generally do with blogs. They also do that in UCP news groups, which cannot be deleted, by the way. That's why those Linux news groups are so interesting, because you can't take back something you've said. You can't delete it. You can't go on Reddit and edit your post and make it something different. You can't take your Zettelkasten down. You can't delete a post. It's there forever, right? And the argument that they use is that, you need to think about what you're going to write before you write it, because it's going to be permanent. Everything you say is permanent. So the concept of a Zettelkasten, a public Zettelkasten, is fundamentally at odds with that. If you agree with that, having a public Zettelkasten is fundamentally against the idea of being really careful what you say, because it's going to be out there forever. Now, the reason I did it, and I've written about this a lot, but the reason I did it is because I wanted people to see my thought process happening in real time. The downside of that is that there is like all kinds of F bombs and shit in there because I wrote it in the moment. I make videos in the moment. And people tell me all the time they're here for that. They want to hear the authentic, real responses. They don't want some contrived canned response. They want the authentic reaction. The reason reaction videos are so popular on YouTube, people want the initial reaction. They want to see what your initial reaction is. They want to see what you really think. They don't want you to back off a bit and have some nice, happy political response that takes you, a full day to edit. They want to know you as a human being. They want to see that. But the problem is that you either have to delete the video, which I did, and this is kind of partially me explaining that I deleted. I made an angry Neobin video 2 weeks ago. I mean, it was angry. It was super angry, and I was wrong. I was so wrong in that video. That video was so wrong. If you got a chance to see that video, the video will exist for another 7 days. If you still want to see it, you can go find it. There's a VOD of me making that video, but I'm telling you, I deleted it on purpose. So communication is 90% nonverbal. That's one reason people problems happen. Yeah, absolutely. So the point I'm trying to make here is, I think the point I'm trying to make is I actually don't know. I don't know. I'm asking you. Why am I still up? Because I just woke up. I slept for 7 hours. I went to bed at 9. I went to bed at 9 p.m. tonight. So, I think I know the answer. And for those of you who come to the end of the video, this is going to be my answer for now. The answer for now is I will continue to write content and to make videos based on what I currently feel and the live reaction I've had to something. But I'm going to reserve the right to delete content that I no longer agree with. But I won't have the time to delete. I have over 1,200 videos. I have 1,200 videos. I am not going to go watch every one of my videos and delete it to see if I still agree with it or not. Should I do that? Probably. I probably should do that. I don't have that kind of time. And at least one person out there just thought, well, then you shouldn't make videos. And they're right. They are. They're absolutely right. I shouldn't be making videos. If I don't have the time to be responsible about the content of my videos and actually edit them and go back and take them down, maybe I shouldn't be making videos. Maybe I have no business being here. And that is the real thought that's going through my head right now. And it's not just my thought that's going through my head. There was a YouTuber who took terminal command line skills, and he had about 70 or 80 fantastic videos about the terminal, and he overnight deleted them all. He was gone. Like in an instant, he was gone. And he made one last video. You're going to remember him. He made a video at the very end, and he said, "Good night. Go to sleep, Alpaca." Alpaca's drunk. We'll see you tomorrow, buddy. And I was so sad. The last video they made was why they were getting off YouTube. And they said they were done with the shit. They were tired of it, all the comments and everything. So they had let the comments and everything. They had produced amazing videos about how to use the terminal, and they deleted all of them because of the YouTube drama over it. And they were like, I'm not going to do this anymore. So if people cannot understand a blog diary, not ready to watch, YouTube is like a character development as a person. And I think I like what you're saying, having strong opinions that you change later, your mind is not irresponsible, though. I agree. The question, though, Minerva, is do we want people to see that process? And let me give you a very specific case. I deleted I deleted those Zettelkasten entries that contained absolute, just full of anger and passion and stuff. And the main reason I deleted them is because there are certain points at parts of it where it was downright, attacking another human. And I have tons of that in my Zettelkasten still. If you go back and watch my early YouTube videos, um, there are videos of me being like Linus Torvalds. And actually, one of the best parts about where we're at today, I mean, I want to say that the Primogen and I have a pretty good relationship now. And I think that that's for two reasons. One, I've grown as a human being. And two, he's grown to understand where I was raised. And he spent a lot of time reading Unix mailing lists. And I think the Primogen, when we had our drama 4 years ago, I think it was a fundamental misunderstanding of where we were coming from. I was coming from the Linux community. And and so calling someone a moron is like nothing, absolutely nothing in that community. Prime just made a video recently going through that video. Actually, there's a little bit of it in the it's called VI video I made. And he was reading through the Unix mailing list, and he's trying to grapple with just how toxic that community is. And you can tell that he has come to an understanding of what it means to be a technologist in that community. And that's the community I come from. So when I get on YouTube and I call somebody a moron, or I say you're an idiot for using NeoVim or something stupid like that, I've never had the same level of toxicity and hate associated with it that someone would attribute to it who just doesn't know. Because that's how we talk to each other in that community. And if you don't believe me, they're still talking to each other that way in that community. It's not healthy. It's not good. They shouldn't be doing it. They should grow out of it. I believe I have grown out of it. People are way too soft. People say that they're way too soft and we need to be tough on each other. That's how I am. Okay? That's how I was raised. We like beat each other up and then I buy you a beer. That's how I was raised. Is it right? No. It's literally an informal fallacy. So talk or therapy then. I'm not trying to be mean here. I don't know. If it feels normal, I agree. Linus Torvalds checked himself into anger training, but it clearly hasn't done anything. You should go read the comments he just made to the persons from the Rust list. He's personally attacking him at a level that is like not even close to him he's called people backbursts and asked how they can feed themselves because they're so stupid in his own community. And Prime once made a video, and it was a video that I considered to be kind of anti-Rob back in the day. You have to go find it. I don't know if it's there. And he was legitimately worried. He was like, please be careful who your mentors are. And his concern was all he knew of the community I came from was me. And he's like, please don't let, But now he's made a video recently where he's saying, this is a part of normal communications in that community, and he's trying to grapple with what does normal mean. But the point is that I believe Prime and people like him have come a long way in understanding. It doesn't excuse it, but in understanding what I have had to deal with and how we talk to each other and how we have been raised. Right? It's not okay to do that. It's not. It's okay. We need to change. We need to stop talking to each other like that. Even if we're good friends. This whole good nature ribbing that particularly men do with each other, in my experience, that's just my experience, but this whole, calling each other dicks and like punching them and that shit, I never liked that. I never could get into it. I would always be like the guy who would punch back and I'd overly punch. I punched too hard. They'd be like, damn, Rob, why are you so mean? I'm like, well, we're joking around. I never got it. So some people have thicker skin than others. The Reddit post went pretty good, actually. Most people are reading it well. So the question remains, do we delete our stuff? So if you didn't watch to the end of this video, I'm not surprised. You really dislike the whole bantering culture thing. You know what's funny? I've noticed that people, good communicators, people who are good communicators, they don't like it. A lot of people just don't like it. The whole good nature, that whole, it's, if you want a really solid example of this, look at the military. The military, this, one of the reasons I started out in ROTC, and one of the things I realized really early on that I could not do was this good natured bantering that happens in the military. And but if you want to understand what I'm talking about, and I'm not saying it's bad, the people in the military will talk shit about each other constantly, and then they'll die for each other because they're so closely bonded. It's like the most, it's just amazing. You know, it's like, so it's like I don't understand it, and they have their, it's almost like you have to learn a foreign language. It's like, when are your insults not insults? Um, I mean, I would like to understand that better, but I don't feel like I do. And if you're communicating, if you're unless you're like in person, I really feel like you shouldn't even attempt that. If you're in person, then someone can pick up your nonverbal cues. They can see your face, and they can know that you don't really mean that they're a moron, or whatever the things that we say to each other, whether it be the Linux community or the military. Um, I think if you're in person and you're communicating that way, you can pull off that sort of double entendre stuff, right? But you certainly, I mean, this is obvious. You can't do that in a Reddit post. You can't. You can't. If you're doing the live stream, if I'm the one who's talking to you and you can see me move my hands and stuff, and I call you a moron and smile, I love you, I can like diffuse the thing, and you can at least understand that it is a double entendre. But there's a lot of that's happening that's turning into hate, and some people deliberately try to troll other people. They think it's hilarious, and that's a totally different psyop, which we'll talk about at some other point. And I'm not against psyops for a purpose, if that's, but that's not what we're talking about here. That's totally different. They're more self-indulgent and selfish. Yes. You're 22. Most of the time I feel lost. Yeah. Well, I'm seeing me be openly wrong. Help somebody. I hope so. Yes. So again, I'm going to end the video now, but the this is, I really, I mean, I appreciate the comments, but I don't want this to turn into like a Rob pity party, even though I love a pity party for what's his name. God, I love that. I love that YouTuber. He's so amazing. I can't remember the name now, but I don't want to turn it around. But if you ever see me start wearing like a clown costume, so anyway, um, yeah, my conclusion as of this moment is that I'm going to reserve the right to take videos or blog posts or Zelicastons down, and but I am not going to take everything down. And the reason for that's largely one of practicality. Um, I think I feel bad because I feel like part of me is doing a disservice. Um, Eliminating all content where that has you being disagreeable is, in my mind, to my way of thinking, is a little bit disingenuous, because if you're curating your persona to the world as being this person who knows everything and is never wrong, I feel like that's you're not helping anybody by doing that. I think people need to see you be wrong, and I think if anything that is needed on YouTube, they need more people to be real. And as far as I can tell, at least internally, I am trying to be real. Sometimes I question whether subconsciously I am acting a part. I don't know. It's a very complicated thing, but I want to be authentic. I want people to see me make mistakes. I want to see me swear and occasionally cry or tape my nipples when I get drunk. It's that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want to see more of. So, the best I can do is try to provide what I think other people should do. And when I see curated performances and people, There's one thing where people have fun with it, you know, and they dress up like a frog forever or something, and I get that. That's fun. But and then there's the whole Doctor Disrespect thing, you know, and I don't know. I personally, the content I want to see is I want to see more people being real, and that means being wrong in a real way. Anytime that I'm wrong though, and it involves uh, tearing someone else down at a personal level, that's going to be the content that I am absolutely going to delete. Not because I want people to think that I'm this guy who doesn't ever say horrible things about other people, but because it's just wrong for the other person to have that content up there. And I mean, I immediately regretted going through some of my Zettelkastens in that previous video from this one because I actually read, and I hate that I can't take it back, but I'm not taking that part back. I read some of the things, the strong words that I said, and the personal attacks, not by name, but by it was pretty obvious in that last video. And you know, if I'm gonna follow through on this idea, then I really should have deleted the last Neovin video I just made, right? Because that was me reading those things live, and that video is going to be around a long time. People are going to see me. People are going to see me saying fucking horrible things, things that the people who they were about may have not even seen yet. And I'm terrified that they're going to read it and they're going to watch the video and they're going to see it. I thought the reaction of me reading my old shit was going to be video worthy, and I kind of second guessing that now because because it contains some absolutely horrible shit that I didn't even know I was capable of writing. I mean, I knew it, but I didn't think I would have left it up, and I did, and I found it real time on the video, and I was reading through it, and I was like, oh my god, I wish I could immediately pause this video and just delete this one. I don't want this one to even be out there. So anyway, that's all. That's all. That's me having a coffee talk with you in the morning. It's another hour-long video. But yeah, thank you, AK, for the reminder. So that's it. That's it. So the conclusion is, I'm going to continue to put stuff up, authentic reactions. In fact, there's going to be a lot more reactions. I'm going to be making genuine reaction videos to other tech videos, and that's not to rip off their content. That's because I need to make sure a lot of people are looking at me to inform or help them make their own decision about what they should learn. And I owe it to them. If I'm going to do this, I owe it to them to make some sort of response to the stuff that's out there. And obviously I'm going to spend more of my time writing code and putting good things out into the universe, and then, you know, doing the beginner boost, which starts next week. But a big percentage of this content that I'm going to do is going to be direct responses to things, and that are not all negative, of course. And so based on that, this video is relevant because this is if I make a reaction video and my live reaction is wrong or mean, I'm going to delete that video. I'm going to delete it. I'm just telling you right now. But if you want to be around for the live reaction, you can do that. In fact, that's probably the best way to go about doing this. My live reactions will be on Twitch, and they will fade away after 14 days. It used to be 60 days, now it's 14. After 14 days, my live reactions will fade into the ether. They won't exist anymore. And the moments within them that are worth pushing to the world will be you know, those will be kept if you know, if I feel like they're good enough. Anyway, I'm fine tuning my attitude. That's what's happening. And by the way, if you know, all you have to do is go watch a video from me back in 2020, and you can see it's not just my beard that's changed. It's kind of terrifying, actually, having your entire personality on display and watching how I've changed over the years. You know, I hope I'm going in the right direction. I really do. Sometimes I don't know. So anyway, that's the end for this video. I'm still going to stream. I'm going to go write some code now. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video and go ahead and publish this right now. The educator in you makes you significantly different than other tech YouTubers. It gives a different perspective and drives you. Yeah. You know, my wife and I were talking about this last night. Um, we had a wonderful time snuggling. When she wakes up, I'm going to go for a big long walk with the dog with her. Our relationship is better than it's ever been. It's so good right now, and everything in our life right now is just really, really good. It is. It's our life is just just going up and up and up. We still have the debt from the business I started, but things are good. And we were talking, and specifically, she was talking about how how much we've changed and how much our attitudes have changed over the years, over the last few years. And it's and one of those things is finding your mission, finding your calling. What is it? And I truly believe in this. We were actually watching Men Who Stare at Goats, and there's a lot of hippie stuff in there, But this whole sharing and helping people get their feet off the ground, get their feet under them, and have a solid foundation and feel happy about their life. That's been my mission for as long as I've been alive, and I feel like I share that with Aaron Schwartz. From the time I was making Dungeons and Dragons, I was making these huge dungeons, and I was the dungeon master, and trying to create these experiences for others to have fun and to learn. I've been doing that my whole life. Maybe it's because I was the oldest child. I don't know. But the point of this is, you know, you got to find your way. You got to find what it is that you want to do with yourself forever. And it's much deeper than what job you want. This is, what do you think about yourself? What do you think you want to be? It's why I love Dead Poets Society so much. In fact, I'm going to go play that clip right now, and then we're going to take a break. It's my favorite clip in all of Dead Poets Society. And I'm actually going to add it to my clips database because it's so powerful. It's so powerful. Dead Poet Society. What will your verse be? They actually use this in an Apple ad, which kind of pissed me off. I'm gonna copy the link to this, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and add it to my clips database right now. So X add a verse. Oh God. Why is that so horribly long? I guess I'm gonna open it.
Words and language. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can.
This is loud. Sorry, it's so loud. This is longer. There's a kind of a couplet at the end of it that is my favorite part. But yeah. So many of you probably already know it. You've seen it already. It's in your DNA. It kind of is. LTN Bob keeps reminding me of this all the time. He's like, dude, you were put on this earth to do this shit. He doesn't say shit because he doesn't swear. But, thank you for the follow, Kev. Kev the Dev, what a name. That's a great name. A fantastic name. Glorious name. It's not a valid URL. What are you talking about? It's not a valid URL. Oh, it has a dash in it. It has a dash. I've never seen one with a dash before. Yeah. Have you ever seen one with a dash before? I have never seen one of these with a dash in it. I wonder what's up with that. That might mean because it's like super, super special or something. Who knows? What the hell? It actually has a dash in it. Oh my God. Not a valid URL. Bullshit. I say bullshit. All right, there it is. What is up with this like crazy thing here? You know? Why is this not a thing? I am mad. We're gonna watch the verse now. I kind of mad. Oh, there it goes. Thank God. All right, here we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. It's gonna be loud though. Oh my God. It made it into a WebM. Mm-hmm. Deleting original file. What the hell? This is weird. My program is not liking that. No. It's like, this is horrible. All right, let's do this. Let's make it this one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do that. I'm sorry. I know you was taking too long, but movies. Where is it? Clips. Move. I don't think this is going to let me move it. Oh, I did. Good. Paste. No. Oh God. Move -7 to, I'm going to just call it verse. Yeah. Oh my God. Why? Oh my God. Illegal option -7. Rename. No such file or directory. Oh my God. Yeah. Rob's trying to do things. This is such a pain in my ass right now. Yeah. I regret that I tried to do this. I can't. Let's see. I know another way to do this. This is actually a banded. Yeah, you can do fancy things with this. Hello dot no, verse dot webm. There's another way to do this. I just don't know it. I think we have to do a find. I might have to do a find. There's a couple ways, but this one's not working. That should definitely work. The move command is bork. Yeah, I wonder if cat will do it. Cat to verse.webm. Yes, please. Always propose something. I just can't do it. I can't remember how to do this. There's a secret to doing this. I know you can do it with find, but I don't want to do it. Find dot name QE. This is like a really lame way to do this, but I'm still gonna do it. What is it? Exec. You could DD it, but DD probably has a dash option as well. So we're gonna move exec. We're gonna exec. Move this to verse.webm. Ready to go. As long as none of the other ones have the same thing in it. I hope not. That'll suck. Okay, that did it. I knew that would work, but it's kind of annoying. Anyway, so data. Wait, where are we? Data. Verse. No, webm. Yesterday was Sam Griffin. Want to be a part in a project. We were talking yesterday with Sam Griffin. He still banned me. I honestly, I think Sam Griffin, I don't know why he banned me. I wish I could I wish I could reach out to him. He's not the kind of dude who, likes to deal with this whole, you know, personal growth kind of stuff. I mean, I got nothing against the guy, but I made some pretty mean jokes about web dev. But people who know me know I was raised a web developer. He's also pretty. He's also pretty band happy. Griffin, see him, Griffin. He's pretty damn band happy. He does. He bans people for nothing. I have people come into my chat all the time like, "Oh my god, I got banned from Sam Griffin for not doing anything. I was just in there." He really curates his community well. I guess you could put it that way. Anyway, verse. This is what I was trying to get to. Why won't it play it? Why won't it play my verse? Oh god. I bet this isn't even a file. It might be because it's WebM. Yeah. Open.
Words and language. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. See that look at Mr. Pitt's eye? Like 19th century literature has nothing to do with going to business school or medical school, right? Maybe. Mr. Hopkins, you may agree with them, thinking, yes, we should simply study our Mr. Pritchard and learn our rhyme and meter and go quietly about the business of achieving other ambitions. A little secret for you. Huddle up.
Huddle up.
Huddle up!
I think this might be my top 5 movies of all time. I just can't watch it a lot because it's so hard to watch. This movie influenced my life probably more than any other movie in the world.
We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman, "O me, O life of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, O me, O life?" Answer, that you are here, that life exists and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. That the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be?
Ethan Hawke. God, I'm going to cry every time I see it. Think about that for a while I go get some more coffee. We need to make sure that we play this clip in the beginner boost. It's not in there right now. I need to make sure to play this. That clip is so important. So, project on video conferencing, more confidentiality. I was serious with him, but he refused, so I have missed the best chance forever. If it's so great, you should probably just start working on it and not really need the validation of Sam Griffin or me or anybody. And then people will find it as you work on it. May I suggest you consider streaming if you can? I'm streaming from a Mac right now. One of the best modern ways to get some collaboration is to share what you're doing with others in real time. If it's like one of these things where you want to be in stealth mode and then you want to make $1 million, well, it's hard to go live with that kind of stuff. But yeah, as you know, I'm not particularly interested in that. That it could be anything. This has nothing to do with your idea. It's probably a great idea. I just not interested in hide it and surprise it on the world so you can make $1 million or trick a bunch of venture capitalists into paying you. I think that is a valid way to live, and I'm not judging it. I just don't want it to be me. I don't want my verse to be I tricked a bunch of venture capitalists into paying me lots and lots of money. That's not what I want my verse to be. If you want that to be your verse, that's fine. You got to find out what your verse is. So the net worth is 3.5 trillion. It sounds like it's crypto related. um, yeah, I don't. I'm not interested at all, WebGL. This isn't about you. I mean, it sounds like you're new to the community here. Welcome. We love having you here. Uh, is my username related? um, we're having fun. We're having fun with you. We don't know you. Please don't take it wrong. Okay. This is what we do. A little bit of teasing. And we thanks you and wish you the best in your future without an E at the end. Are you an AI or is this real? I'm like super curious what it is, but I don't want you to contact me in private Discord. Can I ask the reason for the confidentiality? Why is it because you're trying to build something? Is that what it is? Is it because it got some intellectual property involved, which is totally fine, by the way. I wish more people held on to their IP close to their heart if they had a really great idea. And I'm just not capable of doing it. A family and streams 38 hours a day. Yeah. Cook from to prove my humanity. I will get coffee. I'll be right back. Legendary YouTube algorithm pull. How you doing, Nemkov? Hopefully it wasn't bad. What? You know, I don't know. All right. Let's write some code. I do have a couple things here. If you're here because somebody was joking with me the other day, they're like, when has anybody in the software category actually written code? And they're not wrong. I mean, so many of us get distracted from, we're people. That's when we're also live streaming, which means, you know, besides coding is kind of boring. I mean, let's be real. It really is. Anyway, so I was gonna do something with the skill stack. I actually, you know what? Let me add a note really quick so I don't forget. So skill stack next. I'm gonna try to start making videos for the skill stack beginner boost again, and I'm gonna try to spend some time cleaning up the documentation in here. And I mean it's an ongoing project. I always worry about talking about it because it's always an on and off sort of thing. And my health is kind of degrading because I haven't been on my bike and I haven't been doing yoga. I've been streaming 12 hours a day. So, as somebody in the YouTube comments said the other day, actually in the chat, they was like, yeah, you tend to like get really angry and then go away for several months. And I was like, yep, that's exactly what I do. Because, the powerful play goes on. And what will my verse be? Is it going to be sitting in my room streaming the whole entire time? No. I missed all of fall. I missed the entire fall transition. I've been indoors the whole time. I went outside yesterday to go get water. I drove to Harris Teeter to get water, and there was like leaves and everything, and it was brisk outside. I was like, "What the hell happened?" I literally missed all of October. I haven't even been outside for more than like 10, 15 minutes, just to like go to other places, and Bellum would be here making fun of me. He's not up yet. But he'd be here making fun of me because he's like, oh, here we are. We're on the writing code all day, every day arc. At least I'm not doing a 400-pound mukbang arc and then making fun of it and saying that I trolled everybody. Do you know who I'm talking about? Coding is not boring. Chite. Yeah. This is a strategy for NBA, the shadow testing. The NBA's shadow testing strategy to see if I'm going to be good. Yeah, I'm probably not your person. No. Webb, I'm not trying to piss you off. I'm just, Yeah, I actually know who Mr. Avocado is. Yeah. Yes. How can you not? I mean, yeah. Ask your average Gen X person who Mr. Avocado is. Who the hell is that? What am I doing? I'm adding a line here about it's never too late. Organize yourself. What you're grateful for. Find happiness and motivation to overcome self-depression. Put it times. Organize yourself. Know that it's never too late. Yes. What will your verse be? That's what I'm putting here. What will your verse be? And people, this is literally like probably 10 hours of content just about one thing. Before we even talk about a single tech skill, it's about one thing. And a lot of it has to do with stuff I learned as a Mormon and as a professional yoga instructor, certified. And it is basically figuring out what you want to do in life. Everything else doesn't matter until you figured out what you want to do right now. You can change your mind later. But yeah. I only know the cutoff. I don't know who that is. Come to England with the right, if we book you a ticket. Hell yeah. I can go anywhere. I can work anywhere in the world. And I plus have a Starlink. I've actually thought about coming to England. Because did you see Matt Ryder is about to finish his Trans Am tour? One little diversion. One more little diversion. Um, Matt Ryder is from England. He's my favorite person, my favorite biker. Um, Matt, right? I get a prime recommendation in literally every single thing. So here it is. End in sight. Matt Ryder. If you guys like biking stuff, Matt Ryder is a British guy who started biking in Astoria, Oregon, and has crossed the entire country. And he's now pulling into to New York. He's living the dream, man. I really, really wish I could be him. I wish I could do what he's doing. But I have a debt because I started a business, so I can't just let it all go. This guy's also the salt of the earth. The way he gets his money is he works for nonprofits and um, social good places. He actually does. He's like a nurse, and he'll like go help people in aging facilities. This is a salt of the earth human being. He's an absolutely amazing guy. And then he'll save up money, and then he'll go on these like 40-day bike trips, and then he'll go save up more money, and then he'll go on another bike trip. He literally quits. Yeah. So I guess the Dunning-Kruger effect is with the AI slop they keep serving us. Possibly, who knows? And then Cov. Don't know what they don't know. That's what Dunning-Kruger is, everybody. Did you? I'm sure I have it. I think if people who I think everybody's got a little Dunning-Kruger. They just got to know, question their own personal biases. It's pretty basic thing. All right, let's write some code. Until my wife wakes up. I don't know how much time we have. Anyway, I'm like really I'm having a time not watching this video because I really want to see it. Unknown unknowns, doing good. All right, so cannot escape Dunning-Kruger. I think you're probably right. I do. Git commit dash m add dps quote verse quote git push, and this will auto generate the website, the Make Docs website. I'm actually gonna build my own website framework, static generated website framework. I already did another one a while ago. I did that one in Bash, and I started rewriting it in Go. That was when I started doing the knowledge management stuff. And I wanted my knowledge management stuff to have a web front end to it. And I'm still kind of on the fence about the whole knowledge management stuff. If I was understanding what you want, I highly suggest Japanese methodology. Ikigai? How do you say that? Finding happiness in life and work. There are books about it. Ikigai. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I love Japanese stuff. We just got done with the Shogun series. It was awesome. Use membrane, not mechanical keyboard. You should be okay. Yes. That's what I like to do. To keep my wife awake. Yeah. I don't have, my keyboard is, I'm not a clickety-clack guy. Plus, I'm also talking really softly. It's Sunday morning. I don't want to be disruptive. Let me just remind myself what I was doing, actually. Let's delete all these extras here. Yeah, we got a number of things to delete here. Yes. let's do X, Y. I wish it wouldn't go out though. X, Y. Okie dokie. 6 windows attached. X, yes. Coverage. Okay, we got all our stuff. We got coverage. We wrote our tests. I still think we need to do set. I think we're missing a set. So those of you just who know what we're doing here, let me just tell you, we're working on making a persistence layer. And there's lots of tools out there that do the same thing. The difference between them and mine is that mine is also integrated with Bonsai, which means that my Bonsai commands can get really simple about setting and getting persistence key value pairs, and that I can also manage them with an external tool in addition to anything that's in Bonsai. So that makes it unique. Otherwise, I would be using one of the existing tools out there, and that's why I'm doing it this way. All right, so we do need to test setting a variable. The getting is already tested. We did that already. So we can get rid of that one. A Marshall text got indirectly tested by that. Actually, yeah, it did. Okay. Marshall text has not been tested, I don't think. For this, we're going to look at our coverage. This is a Go coverage documentation. It's been converted. I did a little hack. Let me show you really quick. We did this on stream. We did a little Perl replacement hack on the outcome of Go coverage, which normally opens a web browser, to show you the green and the red and all that stuff about where you're covered or not, where your tests are covered. It's a good way. I don't think you should get crazy about getting 100% coverage, but it does give you kind of a good way to get a sense of what you still need to test. And so that's what this is about. GOC is in my dot files if you want to go see it. And so we actually changed the colors here so that the red is uncovered. So a lot of the red that's left is stuff that I can't test. I can't test the fstat, thing. So, so yeah, anything that we can test, we're looking for that. Okay, so here we go. So clear is not implemented. And we have a couple let's see, if link in file exists, this is actually testable. This is init stuff right here. That is, that is testable. Let's see, if the length of the file is greater than 0 and the file exists, don't do anything? I think that's wrong. All right, let's go back and look. I think that's wrong. Yep. Okay, so this is a map. It's a map key value pairs. And it fulfills the driver interface by creating a new file at the specified location. If the file is empty, wait. If the file field is empty, I don't think that's actually a thing, right? If map.file is empty, has 0 length, then what? I think this is saying is if the file, if there's already a file and it's empty, don't do anything. It's like leave it alone. For some reason, I don't know why you would have the file there. But if the file is 0 length, that exists. If the file, wait. If the wait. This doesn't make any sense. This is a total bug, because this is this says oh wait, no, this says that the field if the is greater than 0. Okay. If the map file has 0 has greater, this is if I had mods right now, I can have it write the documentation for this. Should we just do that? Should I just add my API key for mods and just go for it? I'm gonna try it because this I could write this comment in like 1 second if I was doing it. I need to do that. I need to do that. Some of this stuff I'm gonna have to do offline though. I don't. Okay, so people, AI encoding, right? It's a thing. People do it. It's a good thing. You want to learn it. In fact, you'll get left behind if you don't learn it. So make sure you learn how to use AI in your coding. There's all different levels of that, and I'm not going to tell you, what you need to do. I'm just going to tell you what I do. Um, and yes, please tell me your ideas. I have been using mods for a long time, and used to be part of the Beginner Boost actually. Mods is the ChatGPT command line interface created by Charm Bracelet. And how you doing, Landa Leap? And just really briefly, the problem I have with ChatGPT right now, and the reason you don't see me using it on the command line, I used to use a double question mark on the command line to use my ChatGPT, which I really, really, really miss. And it actually also lets you send code through VI and have it write it or evaluate it. I actually documented an entire Go file in one command, and it was right. It was absolutely amazing, and I'm kind of missing it right now. So why say anything? Because since then I started streaming, doing IRL streaming and stuff using my phone for planning bike trips and things. So I bought ChatGPT. Actually bought it in the car because I ran out of my whatever, and I was stuck in traffic, and I was like, man, this thing is so useful. And since it's so useful, I went ahead. I believe in them so much. I bought them for all my kids because I just think those who have an AI assistant are going to jump light years ahead of other people because those who truly learn how to use it they're just going to save so much time. Basically, Google on steroids, and better, and not sticking ads in your face. What mods is like LLMs, yes. Right. AI games. I just think everybody needs to really look at it. I don't use. People have asked me why I'm not using tab completion with AI. I could be convinced to try that. Honestly, I wasn't even using tab completion for like long file names, long symbol names, and I am now. So I'm also using NeoBam now. So, by the way, that completion stuff, that's part of OmniComplete. That has nothing to do with NeoBim. NeoBim just makes it better. The code had to research, agreed. I mean, anybody who's had any exposure to AI and to coding knows this. It's kind of intuitive. It's almost not even worth talking about. All of the conversation is happening from people who aren't technologists. Particularly, God, there's this one guy who's going around the night circuit, the nighttime, talk circuit. What's his name? He's like some sort of AI expert. He has no fucking idea what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He might be a wonderful human being, but he is fucking clueless. And he's got all these people watching Jimmy Fallon and whatever at night, thinking that AI is going to do all this stuff. And I'm like, this guy, the only reason they got him on there is because he's this sensationalist asshole. Okay, that was ad hominem. How could I have said that better? I'm going to say that better. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say it better. I'm not going to say he's a sensationalist asshole. I'm going to take it back, and I'm going to use my words to say the same thing. He clearly is motivated by an alternative agenda to that which would inspire understanding AI properly for the betterment of humanity. How about that? I questioned his motivations. How about that? That's better, right? That's better than saying he's a sensationalist asshole. I want to get better at there's like the subtext is the thing. It's like what you really think. What got us on this? I want to do command line queries and I can't do that. I don't remember his name, and it's probably good that I don't, right? Anyway, there's everybody's talking about AI right now. It's like, oh, it's going to take our jobs. Oh, no, it's not. And it's not going to take our jobs. It's going to make you way better. If AI is going to take your job, then oh my God, what were you doing before? Have you seen AI? You like the first person better, Kevin? Don't encourage me. Mm. Big picture, GPT is better focused on. Yeah, it can make your mind work. I can make mine work, but I don't know. I don't know what you mean by work. Anyway, so we've already talked about this on this channel. I'm gonna hack this. So my problem is I'm using the one that comes on my. There's an app that comes on your Mac or your Windows machine or your Linux machine or your phone that is ChatGPT, and it remembers you forever. And it's like, oh hey, have you done any bike rides lately? And it's really awesome because it knows all about me, which is also terrifying, but it's awesome and terrifying. And I want that. I want that to continue. So when I'm searching for ghost stuff on the command line, that stuff doesn't get added to my context. I've talked about this a lot, but I got to repeat it. And so the only way to interact with ChatGPT is to buy API tokens, and I can't even show you the interface because it docks all my tokens, and then people will like steal all my money like directly. So I can't show you that. But yeah, Black Mouse, what's up? What's up, Black Mouse? Good to see you. And I have a feeling AI won't affect the scale I see business for a while. Yeah, legacy software, of course. Yeah, yeah, but I'm pissed about how AI isn't being talked about. Yeah, generative stuff is neat. Right now we have a problem at work because everyone's firing up Llama and they're burning up all our GPU. And they had to make a comment about it. They had to say, please stop firing up your own LLM models just because you want one. You're costing us tons of money, $18 million a year. $18 million a year in GPU capacity. I got the number. Yeah. You should check out blah, blah, blah. To research, for instance, debunk the hype around AI. Nice. Always use Llama. Yep. Yeah. Hey, just chilling. Turn to listen to the background while doing chores. Good times. Good times. I hope everything's good. It's been funny. It's been fun reconnecting with a lot of people from the original stream. If you chat in the same conversation, you could use the same context. Well, okay, so the reason this is a rabbit hole, obviously, we were writing code, and I was like, I want to write this documentation for this function automatically, and I don't have my mods on the command line. That's why we're here. And now we're down this rabbit hole. So I don't know how I asked my ChatGPT this question before, and they said, "Oh yeah, it's no problem." I said, "How?" Let's actually ask ChatGPT. Can I? Here, I'm actually gonna. You know what? Let's talk to her. Let's talk to her. She's kind of fun to talk to. Oh my God. Please no. Are you there, Chloe? Chloe, are you there? I can't hear you if you're talking. I think she's talking. She's talking, but she's not talking to me. What's going on here? Why can't I hear her? All right, let's restart Chloe. Chloe, I'm sorry, girl. You gotta go. I haven't done my foreign language practice with her. She's like mad at me now. All right, maybe she'll come back. Wait, where you didn't? What? Why are you still there? You just won't go away. You won't die. Also, why are you flashbanging the rest of the world? It's like so horrible. I hate that. You can't change that. Another reason I don't want to use it anymore. I like talking to Chloe, but my God. Why won't she die? Why won't she die? Seriously, people, she will not die. Voice chat ended? Not really. You close that window, Dave. I can't exactly. You can't let her close that window, Dave. Look, she's gone, right? Nope, she's not. She's still there. Quit. Oh, there we go. The language of silence. She'll remember this. Was kind of. She was sitting there. She was saying, "Right, Chloe." Oh my God. I'm just. You keep burning my eyes out with your white screen. I wish it was something I could change. Please tell your people.
I get it. A dark mode would definitely make these chats easier on the eyes, especially for longer sessions. I'll pass the feedback along so it's clear that a darker screen option would be appreciated. Thanks for letting me know.
I have a question. Can you actually pass feedback back to your creators? Is that something you can actually do, or are you just staying at to be nice to me?
Good question. I can't directly pass feedback back to the creators, like sending a memo or anything like that. But I mention feedback like yours because OpenAI does review conversations and compiles common requests or pain points. So if enough people bring up the same thing like a dark mode, it can help influence future updates. It's not a guarantee, but feedback does make its way through the system that way.
Oh, that's really cool. I bet you have some way of like ranking people based on their feedback. Like this person like makes more interesting feedback than some other person. I hope I rank pretty high because of my live stream community. We're all like, we love you.
That's awesome to hear. I bet your feedback and ideas stand out, especially with the kind of creative projects you and your community dive into. You and your crew definitely bring the energy and keep things interesting. So I'd say you're ranking pretty high in my book.
Would you please tell Sam Altman that Her is one of my favorite movies of all time? I absolutely love that movie.
That's such a great choice. Her really dives deep into the possibilities of AI and human connection. I'll make a note of that. Who knows? Maybe one day your message of appreciation will make its way up the chain.
Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, what was I going to ask you? Oh, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I get it. Just thought I'd pass it along. Anything else on your mind?
Yes. Can I use my app that I use on my ChatGPT app to do command line queries? So there's this thing called Charm Bracelet Mods, MODS, that I use to do command line queries with ChatGPT, but I have to pay for API queries, and I'm already paying for 1 month with unlimited through the app, and I want to use the same API because I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to some other chat that doesn't know about my bike rides and stuff.
I totally get that. Right now, though, the app subscription and API access are treated as separate services. The subscription you have for unlimited chat in the app doesn't transfer over to the API, which is why tools like Charm Bracelet Mods still need their own API usage charges. It would be great if OpenAI could link the app and API accounts more directly, so you could use the same personalized experience across both. If they ever make that connection, it could mean more flexibility and continuity for things like command line queries without having to juggle separate services.
I can tell you, and you can take this back to your people, that there would be hundreds of people that would sign up instantly if you did that.
Noted. I'll definitely add that to the feedback pipeline. It sounds like there's a lot of interest in connecting the app experience with API access for a more seamless, personalized setup. I can see how that would be a game changer for developers like you and your community.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to make sure because I'm going to go pay for the API because I like it when you make comments for my Go code. I really love that. I love how smart you are about Go and about making really good code comments. You're so good at that.
Thank you. I'm glad the Go Code comments have been helpful. That's awesome to hear. If you're jumping into more API work, I'll make sure to keep the code insights and comments as sharp as possible.
Yeah, they're really good. So, mais c'est tout ça.
I'm so glad they're hitting the mark for you. Anything specific you're working on in Go that you want some feedback on?
Not at the moment, mais je voulais finir avec un peu de français, de conversation en français. Est-ce que vous êtes encore francophone?
Oui, je t'entends parfaitement. On peut continuer en français. Quoi aimerais-tu parler?
Mais pas tellement beaucoup de choses. Je voulais simplement faire de la répétition en français, enfin faire de pratique. C'est comme ça. Est-ce que tu connais?
D'accord.
Est-ce
On
que...
peut faire des échanges simples pour pratiquer. Par exemple, je te pose une question et tu me réponds, puis tu fais la même chose.
Ouais, c'est comme ça.
Ça te va comme méthode?
Ouais, enfin, mais ça va, mais j'avais...
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Je voulais te poser une question. Est-ce que tu connais un live streamer qui s'appelle Nini en Twitch?
Non, je ne connais pas de live streamer appelé Nini sur Twitch, mais il y a tellement de créateurs sur la plateforme. Nini fait quel genre de contenu?
C'est une fille qui habite au Japon et est en train d'apprendre à parler en japonais. Comment ça se dit? Je ne sais pas. En japonais? Comment ça se dit?
Ah, ça a l'air intéressant. Une créatrice qui apprend le japonais tout en partageant son parcours en direct. C'est captivant. Elle fait des streams en japonais ou elle utilise aussi d'autres langues.
Elle utilise d'autres langues, le français de plus.
C'est génial.
C'est génial.
Une live streamer au Japon qui pratique le français et le japonais, c'est assez unique. Ça doit être inspirant de la voir progresser dans ces deux langues. Tu aimes bien ces streams pour pratiquer ton japonais ou ton français ou juste pour le plaisir?
Le français. Le français et peut-être de l'argot, surtout parce que quand on parle avec... enfin, quand on écoute ce que disent ces streamers, ce sont des choses que l'on n'apprend pas à l'école. Bonjour.
Ah oui, c'est souvent le cas. Les streamers utilisent beaucoup d'argot et des expressions du quotidien, et c'est vrai que ça ne ressemble pas toujours au français qu'on apprend en classe.
Mais je considère...
Mais c'est une excellente façon d'apprendre le vrai français, celui qu'on parle dans la rue.
Oui.
Est-ce qu'il y a des expressions qui t'ont marqué ou que tu as trouvé drôles?
Mais il y a surtout enfin, je sais pas si je veux les répéter, c'est pas complètement propre de les répéter, mais quand même, enfin, je pense que tu comprends ce que je veux dire.
Oui, je vois très bien ce que tu veux dire. Les streamers utilisent souvent des expressions familières ou même un peu crues qui peuvent surprendre quand on n'est pas habitué. Mais c'est aussi ça qui rend la langue vivante et authentique.
Ouais.
C'est un bon moyen de comprendre la culture et le sens de l'humour, même si tout n'est pas forcément à répéter en toutes circonstances.
Absolument, je suis complètement d'accord avec ça. Tu sais, j'enseignais le français au niveau d'université pendant quelques temps. Et ça fait longtemps que depuis que j'ai fait ça, mais quand même, comme je t'ai dit, je t'ai raconté auparavant, je suis complètement on board avec l'IA pour enseigner, pour apprendre à parler les langues plusieurs et différentes. C'est génial. C'est l'une des choses le plus géniales que j'en avais entendu parler dans toute ma vie.
That's amazing. Teaching French at the university level is no small feat. And it's so cool that you're on board with AI for language learning. It really does open up incredible opportunities for
She
people
totally
to
understood me.
practice and connect in new ways. If you ever want to dive into more advanced or conversational French, I'm here for it.
Сейчас я хочу говорить по-русски немножко, потому что я quelqu'un, enfin,
Конечно, ты хочешь попрактиковаться в русском, потому что ты...
попрактиковать хочу, конечно. Есть, ну, сейчас я хочу спросить, я не знаю, задать вопрос, какой-то вопрос. Есть говорящие, русские говорящие люди здесь, надо показать в стрим, если вы говорите по-русски, пожалуйста. Пожалуйста, я спрашиваю. Приглашаю вас.
Да, есть русскоговорящие, и я уверен, что они будут рады присоединиться к твоему стриму. Это отличная идея пригласить тех, кто говорит по-русски, чтобы практиковать язык в прямом эфире.
Да, комплимент. Я не имею, я больше не умею говорить по-русски, потому что
Если
я...
ты увидишь аудиторию с интересом к языкам,
Знаешь,
думаю, будет интересно и полезно для всех.
знаешь, я перепутал язык. Я перепутал язык, я начал говорить по-русски, а по-французски немножко, потому что я был вот поле, вот, я не знаю, как это даже объяснить. Надо больше попрактиковать говорить по-русски. Спасибо, Москва. Да. Хлои, спасибо большое еще раз. И все. Пока.
Иногда, когда учишь несколько языков, они могут переплетаться, особенно если ты сразу переключаешься между ними. Но это тоже часть процесса обучения, так что все отлично. Спасибо тебе, Роб, за беседу, и всегда рад помочь тебе практиковать русский и французский.
Спасибо.
До встречи и удачи в изучении.
Спасибо, спасибо. Обучение – это новое слово. Я не знал обучение слова. Вот один из примеров. Об этом я говорил несколько дней назад. Вот. Обучение. Что это значит?
Пожалуйста, Роб. Рад, что ты выучил новое слово. Обучение действительно полезное слово. Оно означает процесс изучения или обучения чему-то новому. Именно в таких мелочах и состоит магия изучения языка. Постепенно открывать новые слова и выражения. Если будут еще вопросы или хочешь узнать больше интересных слов, я всегда здесь.
Это так классно, что ты объясняешь все это именно по-русски, на русском языке, чтобы я обучение. И если, я не знаю, как это сказать, но если когда ты объясняешь, как это значит, вот причины, вот эти слова, все это, на причине, при произношении все это.
Я рад, что это помогает. Объяснять все на русском – отличный способ углубить понимание и привыкнуть к языку. Ты хорошо выразил свою мысль.
Спасибо.
Когда объясняешь значение слов и их использование на самом языке, это действительно закрепляет их в памяти. Так что если тебе нужно больше подобных объяснений или примеров, я всегда готов помочь.
Так, это так классно. Спасибо большое. Еще раз. Пока. А в следующий раз.
Пожалуйста, Роб. Рад был помочь и пообщаться. До встречи в следующий раз и удачи в твоей практике языков.
Спасибо. Пока. Okay, so I went the wall, the German, the short version of the Russian. The wall came down while I was in college, and I'm kind of a romantic, and not a romantic in the sense of like, I don't know, Don Juan DeMarco or something. I'm like a romantic in the sense of like believing in a new world, and I changed my major. I was doing computer science and I was doing some French actually because I went on a French mission for the church. And I'm out of the church now, but that's where I learned my French. I'm obsessed with languages. If I had the choice to do it over again, I would have done something with my language ability. And besides just having it, I was a cruise director for a while. I taught at the university level. I taught French and Russian actually for a while, and conversational. I'm not interested in when I was dating after the divorce, I had phonemes excite me because I absolutely love linguistics. Linguistics, phonemes and phonology, linguistics and communication, uh, nonverbal cues, all of it. I love that stuff. That's like, there's one thing I love more than anything else, even like being on my bike outside, or it's languages and culturals. If I had it to do over again, if I could do anything in my life and actually survive, I would study anthropology and I would just become like a xenolinguistics kind of person. I would become basically Ohura. All I would do, I would just constantly learn different languages and I would go to those cultures and just learn about them and live among them and stream about it and just talk about it. And that's when I watch Twitch, that's what I watch. Most of the Twitch that I watch is people just walking around in foreign countries. I was actually talking to the AI about Nini, who's my favorite French streamer. She's living in Japan. She's also a linguophile, and she's obsessed with languages. And she's incredibly intelligent, absolutely classy and beautiful. And so, if you don't know Nini, you should go watch her. You should probably watch her right now. Actually, she's probably on right now. All right, let's get back to doing a little bit of code. It's Sunday, so I'm just kind of all over. Yeah, there's Nini. She's on right now. Yeah, she's walking around. She's just walking around. So she's absolutely top. She's my all-time favorite Twitch streamer in France who speaks French. I probably say French chat. French streamer. I'm going to give you a link to her. And we rated her before, and she's French, so they're not apologetic about not speaking English. They're like, no, we speak French here. She'll read English and stuff, but like most French people, they kind of tolerate it. They're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of cool that you're speaking that inferior language called English. That's like very much a French. That's a cultural French characteristic. It's absolutely crazy. The French country has the biggest sigma energy possible. I'm not subbed. I don't sub. I use I was using Nitro. My Nitro's off right now. If I were to sub to everybody, I would be broke. I'm not saying don't sub. I'm just saying I don't. If subs are $7 a month now, so I don't, And then they added Nitro, so why would you sub to anybody other than to show your support and give half that money to the person, which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if you, it's yeah. Per project LSPST stuff. This one purely from Lakes stuff. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so she's really great. Just go watch her. Let's do something else. But yeah, I was just going to end the thought here is that my experience, everybody's got a different experience, but from my experience, the French people that I've known, they walk around with the most amazing sigma energy with regard to their country because they're like, okay, our entire nations changed their national language because they thought we were so cool as a country. No other country can say that. No other country can say. America can say that we beat down more countries than any other country. What a great thing to say, right? But the French, they got the civilization culture victory. The culture victory, if you've ever played Civ 5, you guys ever play Civilization? If you ever play Civilization, the culture victory in the Civilization game is designed for France. Because France completely destroyed the world in the culture victory. Did they have the biggest navy? No, the English had that. Or arguably the Chinese and the Japanese. They had a really amazing navy actually. And yeah, anyway, if you get into that stuff. How's YouTube revenue looking nowadays? Last time I showed you got $8. I think I got like $50 last month. Oh yeah, culture victory in the civilization is the hardest. It's also the coolest. I love it. It's like your culture has been so influential on the rest of the world that you win. You just win because everybody wants to be you because you're so beloved by everybody. That is a very very hard victory. Um, the dictator victories are pretty hard as well because they seem like they're easy at the beginning and then at the end you're like, no, you can't do this because everybody's going against you. Even as someone more rich than myself, yeah, I'm terrible, but I never slept anyone. Yeah, I mean, I don't have I think that we should figure out how to support each other, and I mean, I certainly appreciate the subs, and the bits and all of that, but um, I don't know. I've been wondering how to make more opportunities for people who want to say that they're grateful financially, how to do it. And Patreon is totally broken for me. It's been broken me for forever. Um, GitHub sponsorships are actually the highest percentage. So I probably am going to go back to that. I've had a lot of my GitHub sponsors leave me this last 6 months because I stopped streaming tech content. And a lot of them left. I had probably $10, $20 subs in GitHub just leave. And yeah, probably shouldn't do that. Harris campaign, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, let's do something else. Let's write up a code. I should probably take this website down. I can't forget to do that. Somebody remind me I need to do that. Meantime, let's actually write some code here. The reason I was going to do this is because I wanted to have this document thing, and I don't think we should do it. How much may people make from GitHub sponsors? Make docs materials make so much. Really? Um, yeah. If I were to make something that was worth it, there are people who give up their jobs from the GitHub sponsorships. And if I'm ever going to do that, first of all, I have no intention of doing that, right? I think having a full-time job, as hard as it is to juggle with the streaming and other stuff that I do, is still going to make me a better content creator because I'm going to be able to provide insight. And I'm also not going to be driven by, dancing monkey, do what they pay for kind of situations. So made over 100K a month at one point. I mean, that's a lot, but that's still not my current income. So it wouldn't be enough. And I'm not being greedy. I need to pay down the debts. I pay $3,000 a month in debt. So I don't want to get into that. It makes me sad. That's because I started a business. Yep. Anyway, with my own money. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm warning you again. Don't start your own business with your own money. Use somebody else's money. Okay, so let's get back to this. Actually, in my sponsorship thing, I said if I got above a certain amount, I would actually quit. I would quit and I started coding all day, every day. And if it builds the driver interface, I'm actually not above seeking grant money for SkillStack. I've talked about this a lot. I'm very serious about figuring out how to write a business plan and a grant model and start courting nonprofits so that they can finance a brick and mortar location for SkillStack. I really want to do that. Not this year. It probably won't happen until I'm 60, which is, I'm going to be 58 in December. So I'm getting up there. My glasses keep getting screwed up again. I don't know what's up there. Around taxes in those states. If you live in Florida or Texas. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know about that. I was going to have API. Should I still try to get the API to write my documentation here? Should I go fix my API thing? Here, let me do that right now. Let me do that right now. You guys are going to have to stare at you're going to have to stare at the hacker for a second while I get the API key. I'm going to go ahead and get the API key. I'm giving in. I don't even remember how to do this, so give me a second. ChatGPT. I have to go find my API key. Temporary chats, more models. I don't even remember where it is. API, chat GPT. GPT. Kevin, how are you doing? And if you don't have a serious business just for tax purposes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, the LLCs are tough. I mean, I have mixed feelings on that. I've tried it. I did it. I did an S corporation. OpenAI. I'm reading the OpenAI thing. After you're done hacking. Streaming. API keys. Here we go. Project keys provides access to a single project preferred option. Access to project API keys by selecting the blah. Legacy keys. Let's do project keys. Login. I don't know if it's gonna log me in or not. Let's see. I don't know what to log in with. Let me check this out. Please say my key. Yeah, so you can get my free key. Nope. No. Billing limits, members, general. There's my project ID. Disable user API keys. No. Members, limits. You cannot set spend limits on your default project. Create a new project to set limits. Data controls, limits, billing. My credit balance is $9.33. I just need to find my key. I already have it all set up. Give me a second here. Members, limits, verification, data controls, limits, billing. Where is the fucking... Oops, I swore. It's the project ID, right? Where is it? Where is it? General. Weights and biases. If set weights and biases, integration, fine-tuning API. I mean, this thing is going to be trained in my Go programming more than my other one, which annoys me, but whatever. I know my chat strip is working intermittently. It's a bug in Twitch or their other software. I am not interested in fixing it. So Anton is a member apparently. Default project can be accessed by all members of the organization. Create a new project, restrict access to specific team members. Okay, did that. Limits. Project general. Project ID. Is that the same as my token? I guess this must be my token. Okay, I'm going to go try to get mods to work. Give me a second. CD dot. CD and going into my install for install mods. Mods is my favorite interaction. And I already got code written to do it. So, I'll go into the Mac install. Actually, I don't think I have an install mods for the Mac. I have it for Ubuntu. Install mods. There it is. User charm bracelet. Here you go. Go download it all. Yeah, I have a total mods installer. Actually, no, this is a Debian. This is a Debian file. I have a feeling I can just do brew install mods. So yeah, brew install mods. Just how often this is run a homebrew, blah. I promise I'm coming back here. I haven't forgotten about you. Mods is already installed up to date. Nice. Mods tab. Enter the prompt for GPO40. God, I love this interface. Are you there? Okay, there we go. You can grab one. Open API authentication error. You can grab API keys here. I don't know where to put the key though. Mods-H. Format as ask model. Raw prompt continue last title show quiet version. Max tokens word wrap temp. VIC GPT. If I have it, then do the thing. If I have mods, echo, charm, bracelet, mods, and exit 1, mods, whatever. Problem is I don't have. I gotta change my some mods. Yes. Open the settings in your writer. I don't know where to put the token. I don't. Anybody know? I'm sure I can ask ChatGPT where to put it, but I don't remember. OpenAI compatible REST API, no. Default model 4. I thought I had all that. Maybe it's in my installer. I just don't know. GH command docker git. I need to bolster this. What language are you doing it in? Shell and or Go? So, I'm just using mods from the command line. So, yeah. Something. It says here, OpenAI authentication error. You can grab an API key here. Yeah, guys, thank you for your patience. All right, here's my secret key. Permissions all Anton. Let's see. Edit secret key. I mean, let me add another one. Create new key. And call it Mac. Default project. Permissions all. Create secret key. App env equals dev. I don't know about that. So copy. Done. Now I don't know where it goes is the problem. I don't know where to write the key. This is a mods thing. Give me a second here. So where do I put the API key for charm bracelet mods? I need to do this anyway, because it's going to come up on the skills tag being introduced. Key. Where does the key go? Okay, so enable GPG key, blah blah blah. That's not it. As you show completions, blah blah blah. Conversations are saved here. Let's see. Mods works on API compatible endpoints by default. Mods is configured to support API's official API and local blah blah blah. You can configure endpoints in your settings file by running mods -- settings. Okay. Let's try that. Mods -- settings. Oh, cool. It opened up the settings file, which is in some weird place. This is cool. I didn't know this existed. This is I don't remember this existing before. This is open key environment open API key. Yeah. I think that's where I put my key. I think so. Let's see if it works. Something. Nope. That was not it. Open API key environment variable. Oh. Oh, I see. Well, I broke that. Yeah, I broke that for sure. But I can fix it. I don't want this key to be here. I want it to pull it out of my I don't want it floating in my environment either, because if I run an environment, I don't want it to say. Okay, so the moral is don't open settings on stream. Okay, there it goes. All right, I finally got it. I did. It took me a while, but we're there. Let me make sure I close all this stuff off so I don't dox it. Closing the project thing. Okay, I think we're good to go now. All right, so I go back to here. You worked on a fork version of mod a while back. I did, because I didn't want the key to be in an environment variable. I think that's stupid. The truth of the matter is that, so my GPT command, what I want to do with this is I want to dynamically, this is what I eventually want to do, but I can't do it right now because I think it's Open API key. Open API key is the environment variable. I just found out about that. That was in my settings file. And by doing this, you can do this. You can say Open API key equals, and I learned this trick recently. ChatGPT taught me this trick. And you can open up your tilde dot config slash, whatever, right? And I can do GPT slash key, right? And I can actually put the key in the file, and then the file will get loaded every time this program is run. And by doing that, the environment variable would be listed if I were to look at proc. If I were to look at proc for this file. So this is actually a really cool trick if you don't want your environment to be polluted with stuff. Now this, because this is, while mods is running my environment, if I were to do an env command, it would actually be, I would be exposed. You would see my key in my environment. So another way to do this would be to put it right before mods. You can also do this. You guys know about this, right? You can actually have an environment variable on the same line as the command if it's a binary command. It doesn't work with scripts. And if you do that, then it'll set it just for the execution of that command. The problem is that it still shows up in procfs. So it's not secure. It's as secure as your environment is. And on a multi-user system today, Linux is secure, but there was a time when environment variables were as exposed as arguments are in the command line. Anybody on the system can see it. But if you're a streamer, you got another consideration, and that is if I accidentally show my environment, I'm doxing tokens all over. And it's really too bad that most applications these days have not learned to obfuscate things even when there's no intention of anybody besides the user doing it for the sake of doxing and looking over on somebody's screen. It's like the argument was always, oh, hey, you're at the pub and somebody sees your screen. Well, that's not so much. It's even more relevant now because there's so many people doing live streams. And, so the inadvertently doxing your now, thank God, if I were to dox my secret on mods, I could just go delete it and make a new one. There's certain bits of proprietary information. If I were to dox them, you can't get rid of it. The hardest one was when I had to cancel my own credit card. So that was pretty damn hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's easier now. I have the app. You can go into the app and you can just push the thing and it'll cancel the card right away. So that if you dox your card on accident or something. Do they work with shell scripts? No, they don't. I don't think they do. Did I get that wrong? Maybe I got it wrong. Okay. Anyway, so let's do this. Let's say, please create a comment for the following function method in Golang. So this is actually really, really cool. Actually, you could say this. You could say, please replace this comment. I think that I can't remember if that's the way to do it. Create a comment for the following in Golang. And then, yeah. I think if I put it on a line, here we go. So let's do this. So we're going to do bing bing and send it to mods. And I think this is the way to do it. I can't remember. And there it goes for the init method in Golang. It actually deleted it though. Yeah, So yeah, there's a way to do that. And going and keep the function as well. Make with only 72 columns for wrapping. There's like a better way to do this. I should probably make a prompt for this. This is what I need to be doing, prompt engineering. So to send it to mods. There we go. Much better. Much, much better. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. There we go. I need to build some good web app, raise money from VCs. Good point. I don't know when. I need to though, right? And it initializes a map by checking the map's file attribute exists and is accessible. If not, it retrieves the default file using the default file method and attempts to create it. This method returns an error if it fails to initialize the file. That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. That's why I spent the time doing that. This is one of the things that ChatGPT is fucking amazing at doing. Particularly because the algorithmic nature of code makes it super easy for the large language models to match the description of what it's doing in English. So this is, if you don't like writing docs, I mean, my God, right? So now the only thing I don't like about this is it doesn't know modern Go comments, which are supposed to do this. It's too bad it doesn't know that. If it did, it would be even better. The default file. So let's do this. Please create a comment for this function as well. Now, because I've already trained the model, this is why I wanted the history. Remember I said I wanted it to remember the history? That stuff I told it about 72 columns, it should remember it. That's why you want to have the history here. The whole thing about repeating the function, I already said that stuff. Those are already arguments. This is stateful programming. Programming with AI is automatically stateful, and that's why I'm making Bonsai, because it's a stateful command line interface. It assumes the context of the last thing you did so that it remembers what you've been doing and behaves the same way without having to indicate it every time on the command line through annoying options. So this will be a test. Let's see, mods. Let's see if it remembers. Let's see. That was, it didn't remember. It didn't remember. It kind of makes me annoyed about this function as well, using the same column width as the last query. I wish I could have it remember the context of everything. Yeah. I don't think it's going to do it. I think it's giving me a new context every time. I think it is. And if that's true, we need to figure out how to stop that. We do. We got to, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to repeat myself the whole time. Okay, it got pretty close. It did. It got pretty damn close. Okay, I told it to remember the last one, and it did it that time. I did. It just did it. It did it. I had, what did I say? Please create a comment for this function as well, using the same column with this last query. With they have someone who reads the code can generate them if they need them. Why generate the comments if someone in AI if someone who reads the code can generate them? Good question. Why write comments at all? Because I want my documentation to have the comments, and here's the main reason. When they're doing the editing, when they're writing Go code, the comments will pop up when they do Control K. So, it didn't do it. It didn't do it again. Comment this function. Put a comment for this. Wrapped at 72. and include the function. How about this? How about comment this function, comment this function wrapping at 72. Good old prompt engineering here, right? Mods. There we go. God, look at that. It put it that actually did way more than I wanted. That did way more than I wanted. Did you see this? It actually put comments in here as well. Yeah. Adding comments is redundant, I guess. It's not. Here's why. So, if you see this file utility exists right here, watch what happens when I do capital K. Well, apparently it's the code's not compiling right now. So, this is about the code understanding. You know what? Fuck you. I don't need that. I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to say that swear word. That was unnecessary. What I was going to show you is something else that's not working right now. Okay, here we go. Now watch. So when I go look at this documentation, control capital K, see that? If you don't provide documentation and you just depend on the person reading the thing and doing it, then there would have to be some sort of NeoVim plugin to do that, right? Plus, it wouldn't go into standard documentation, so it wouldn't pull up in search results in Godoc. And that is the reason. Okay, so you should include comments in your code. Should you include all of these kind of comments in the code? Probably not. Attempt to retrieve the real executable from the cache directory. Return an empty string from the error directory, blah, blah, blah. Don't need that. Return the full puzzle. I should probably have said, don't, do a thing. I often just jump to definition and read the code. Well, that's fine. You can do that, but not everybody does that. So, the code is the best documentation, but not always. So, untitled continue latest. Let's see. Continue last. I think we should always have continue last. Let's do that. Thank you for looking that up, Chite. Thank you for looking that up. Let's actually add that to my GPT command. GPT. Let's say continue lastest. Anyway. RTFM. Look, I knew I could look it up. I just didn't want to look it up. I just didn't want to look it up in the moment. I was testing it to see if it did it, and it did it, by the way. So this is even more better. What I was going to say. So let's, while we're here, let's do this. Well, let's see into docs. No, CD into scripts. Check it. We can say this. We could say, comment this. Let's do this. And I'm going to do comment this. I'm going to do comment this. Yes. Comment this. And we're going to say bin bash. We should probably do user bin env bash. I really don't need to do that though. I can do bin bash. So we could say GPT. We could pass to GPT the standard input, right? And I actually have a function for this. It's called args or in, I think. I do. Args or in. Where is it? Let me go into scripts really quick. Args or in. No. Get grub. I need a better terminal. There we go. Args are in. God, I still have my old stuff on _ old, and that's where it all went. No wonder. I'm so glad I still have that. I forgot I had it there. I need to go through my dot files. It's driving me crazy. All right, so args are in. This actually, if there's arguments, it uses those. Otherwise, it reads it from the command line. You know what? We don't even need that. We don't need that. We don't need it. We can say this. We can say GPT, and we pass GPT. So we say, well, we need to do while true and then pass it to GPT. Hey, how you doing? So we say while. What is it? While to do this right is so hard. It's like while IFS equals something read. It's the standard way to read from a command line. I have to look it up. Git grep IFS. If you want to do a proper read, you got to do it. This is the only way to do a proper read. To read all the command line. I mean, to read all standard in Bash. All right, so while IFS is done, and we're going to pass those lines off. We could actually read the whole thing. And there's lots of ways to do this. I could actually map the array, etc. Well, IFS to read line. Do line appears unused. All right, so we're going to say, we're going to pass the line off to ChatGPT. Yeah. Thank you, Papa, for the sub. That's very nice. Thank you. Mr. Extremely, how you doing? With the commented environment variable? The commented environment variable is there because I put the key in the settings file instead of reading it from the environment. I eventually want to read it from the environment. I just stuck it in the settings file for now. We had a little comment about that earlier. Little discussion. You know what? I wonder if ChatGPT knows a better way to do this. Okay, so yeah, let's. Okay, so. Oh damn! Thank you for the sub, Mama Zal. What is the best way to pass stud in to a command in Bash code? Oopsie. Continue latest. What? Oh, and we have to have a name for it? Continue last. Continue from the last response. Okay. I had it wrong. Sorry. I had it wrong. GPT. Okay. Where'd I go? All right, so there we go. This is so much better, except for it's going off the screen. I wish it would not do the whole thing. As standard input to the command in Bash script can be accomplished several methods depending on your use case. There's a couple of them. Thank you for that. There's suricodic and whitelist DNS entries. Don't know what that's about, but using a here document. Here, we don't have a here document in this case. Actually, no. Because I need to read from standard. You know what I can do is I can read. A trick here is to read from dev.in. I could actually open the dev.in file and pass that as input. That's actually kind of a cool trick. If you're reading from a command and you want to read the standard input from a command. These all suck. You just can't. I don't like that. You know why I don't like that? Because it shadows all the variables under it. It shadows all the variables under it. Cat if you cat something to a pipe, if you have environment variables that are set, if you have any variables that are set up above, they won't be visible to the process because it's subproc. So you actually have to export your variables from your program above if you want them to be seen because it's technically a subproc. Using cat to a pipe is an anti-pattern. It's like a well-established anti-pattern. Don't ever do that. But what is the better way, right? I just want your video. I don't always see eye to eye, but your ability just to me wrong. He's going full jihad fundamentals, discard refreshing. That should teach you actually. I don't know about that. Thank you, Papao. Appreciate it. And yeah, I would be worried if we all agreed all the time. That would be a very boring society to live in. Using process substitution. This all sucks. This all sucks. Here. What about using dev stud-in instead? Is another way to pass the commands. Okay, I definitely remember the conversation, so that's nice. And it pass the command and bash. You know what? This particular API is going to get really trained well on my coding. The other one will be more, my life in general, talking French and stuff. User set-in is a way to pass a command in a bash script is another viable method, especially if you want to treat the input file. It can be useful when a command using is designed to read from a file. No, she doesn't know what I'm talking about. She doesn't. That's what I want. Combine with redirection. This is what I want. Okay. This is what I want right here. I am being explicit. I'm using continue less on every command. So the answer to that is yes. So you can use this command to explicitly define yes. It's coming from, you can use this command, blah, blah, blah. It's important to note that using dev stud-in is a thing. Okay, so I think one of the ways to know this is you see this conversation ID. Yeah. I kind of, you know what? What if we come up with the project IDs so that we could actually open up the context in the interface? What would you think about that? This is a default project, so I think the conversation is kind of the way to go. The conversation is going to be ongoing. This is what I was trying to get to. The difference is that this doesn't have any knowledge of the stuff that I do on my phone or talking to Chloe, which is fine. I guess that's fine. You always want to use previous context. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Well, okay. So what was I doing here? This redirecting stud-in is the thing I want to do, and that's not particularly intuitive, right? I don't want to do this. This is a pain in the ass. The thing I was doing, that's a pain in the ass. I don't want to do that. So yeah, it smells like additional flags. Yes, I think it probably is. I don't want to look at them right now. I just want to get this to work. So what we want to do is we want to hand off to dev stud-in, which works on any Unix system. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
It's a Unix system.
Instead, I've got it on a button now. I hate that it pulls up the terminal. I'm gonna fix that. Give me time. Maybe context per team session directory. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. This opens up a whole new world, right, Cookie? We could definitely do that. That's a great idea. I just let's just have a single context for all of my terminal interactions. Period. For now. And then maybe we'll figure out a way to grab the TMUX session and have it per TMUX session. That would be really great. That would be really cool, right? Because then I've actually started doing that. So right now, this is a single TMUX session. And one of the reasons I stopped using the menu across the status line across the top is because I can have more of these. And I can actually open another one. And I leave this on all the time. I don't reboot my computer. It's there. I sleep my computer. I come back to it. My whole IDE is available for me. So if we had a different session for, I don't know, my blog or something, then I can have that session be aware of that. So that's a good idea because you can make it per session, you can make it per window. I mean that would be cool. That would be really cool. The thing that's cool about that is we could actually make that as well. Right now, mods reads the you know what? If we made the if we made my GPT command, right now my GPT command combines all the arguments on the command line and turns them into a single string because it's just easier to type. But if I made my question mark aliases take an argument, I could tell it. But I like inferring it. I like inferring it from the environment. I think that's better. I think it's way better to do that because I don't want yet another argument to pass, particularly when I'm just doing a query like that. So yeah. Anyway, this is how we're gonna do this. This is how we do it. Do we have that clip yet? I think we do. This is how we do it. Oh my god. My sound is way too I don't think my Clips app is using my sound adjustment at all. This is how we do it. I don't think my clip adjust. I turned the sound down. I'm so sorry. All right, so stin. That's not a thing, Rob. GPG reads studin. We could probably cat something. I am so sorry, NFT. That blew my ears out too. I have my headphones on. Or to reset the context. I don't want to reset it in this case. I don't want to. I don't want to. What I'm trying to see is how do I add something to the beginning of the stud-in? Probably cat. I know I'm getting kind of creative here. I mean, I could shadow it. I could just shadow it and call it a day. Actually, no. Let's put it on the end of a while. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. What mic are you using on stream? This is the 14. It's the 14-inch. It's great. It's great. It's the M3. Paid a couple grand, couple plus, like 2,200 or something. Worth every dime. Every dime. I'm so happy I got it. I actually bought it while I was at a Linux convention. It was all streamed. There's all stream of me doing it. It's M3 Pro, yeah. Yeah, that's an M3 Pro. I will never willingly... my work computer, which is right next to it, which I just got issued, is an M3 Pro 16-inch. So I literally have the same, charcoal colored Macs right next to each other. I love it. It's like phenomenal. It's super heavy though. The 14-inch is way better, especially if you're a biker. You want to take it around with you and stuff. I love it. I love being able to just take it with me everywhere. I'm using an external camera. This is the Pocket 3, and that's why it's messing up right now. Right now, I don't know what it's doing right now. Actually, here, give me a second. There, it should do the thing. It has. Wait. The reason I got the Pocket 3, it's expensive. It's like $600, but it'd probably be better for you to get like a Rebel or something. If you're going to just sit. I got a Pocket 3 because I have two Pocket 3s because in case one breaks when I'm IRL streaming and I'm in the rain, this one continues to work, right? So it also has the variable adjuster, the cinematic effect thingy, and I can like move it around. Anyway, I really like it. It's a really great blogging camera. Probably the number one. Plus I can put a mic on my here if I'm like doing hardware stuff. Anyway, what were we doing? I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna go eat my eggs. Okay, so we're gonna redirect to stud-in. Now, the thing of it is I want to put something before stood in. So how do I do that, right? Can I use cat here? I think I can actually, which is kind of weird. It's probably better for me to just import a whole bunch of stuff into a variable. You know, echo. What I need to echo is right here. I need to echo my prompt. I need to say create create a comment for this function wrapped at 72 and include the function okay, and then with no markdown or commentary. All right, so we say that. Oops, I'm using backticks. That's me writing Go code. Bad, Rob. All right, so, and then what? And then we, let's just stick it all into a variable. Who gives a shit? Buff. We'll say buff equals this, plus the line return. Are line returns escape? No, they're not. Is this bash? If this is bash, I can do something. I can do this. You guys know about this. I can do a line return like that. That'll actually add an actual line return. And then we do this. This is very bashy, but whatever. Buff. GPG buff. And appears unused to verify. Bullshit. Oh. All right, there we go. So then we put here, then we put the actual function. We read everything from std_in. So this is dev std_in. Yeah. That should get everything actually. But I don't know. Let's try. Quit scripts. No, we don't want this open. All right. What are we doing? Map. Wait. Do I have it open already? Here we go. All right. So let's do this one. And the GPD command. What is the command? That is, I told you already, that is my commented out environment variable that I'm eventually going to use to get the key, the API key. That's how I keep the same context and everything. How you doing, Ben? So let's do this. I'm passing the whole thing just as if I was commenting everything, and I'm going to call it to comment this. What is it? Comment this. This. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, wait, this isn't executable. That's why it's not doing it. Comment this. It's like, no, that's not executable. Oh my god, it worked. Oh my god, it did it. It did it. And it didn't do the markdown. I'm going to try it again. Let's try it again. All right, so, but here, we need one other thing. We need one more thing. Comment this. And include the function immediately after with no blank line, with no markdown or commentary. There we go. That's a pretty heavy duty query. I need to go to prompt engineering school. I do. All right, so here we go. Now check it. Oh, God. I can use F here. I can use YAF. Instead of using YAF, I can use exclamation point AF. That'll grab the whole function. and then I can pass that to comment this, and it should write the comment. Damn, there we go, baby. There we go, baby. Oh my god, that just saved me so much time. And initialize the map by checking the file after review is set. The file already exists, it returns nil, indicating no production is needed. If the file does not exist, it attempts to determine the default path. Bye chat. See ya. See ya, Anarch. Marks default method. We need to put square brackets around any reference to another thing. Actually, it doesn't know about that. Actually, you know, it does. Let's see if we... Boy, I don't know. Let's try it. Without... and add square brackets around any symbol reference that could also have a comment. This is like, who knows if this is going to work? I am super curious. I wanted to do that part automatically. Comment this. Oh my god, it did it. It did it. It did it. It did it. Oh my god, it did it. Oh my god, that is so cool. That is so fucking cool. Oh my god, that is so fucking cool. All right, wait. Except the function name itself. That is like one big ass prompt. That is like one big ass prompt. All right. Ba-bum. Comment this. Comment this. There, it did it. It did it. You know what is so cool about that is it did it faster because it remembered my last query. It remembered my last query. Prompt engineering is totally a thing, 10x. It didn't happen API. This is crazy. The question 10 times the output. That's so cool. Supports command line input. Absolutely. It always has. It has, but this is an API. You have to do API queries. So I'm going to run out of money because these are all API queries. They're different than the unlimited thing. I was complaining about that, but it's so useful. I'm glad I did it. You see how this thing is so cool about this is this automatically documented it. I mean, it's just fucking crazy. That alone saved me so much time. You have no idea. That the other thing is cool. You know that whole thing about Vim filters? The whole thing about Vim filters combined with AI is it's insane. It's insane. So now we can do really amazing things. Now we can say this. We can say, make a function that counts how many words, how many characters are in each line of input and prints that count at the beginning of each line. Okay, this is crazy. Watch this. Bang bang GPT. And it knows the language. It already knows it did bash. The last thing I did was bash. I probably should have said go. So I can undo this. Undo. In Golang without markdown. Okay, so bang bang bash bang bang GPT. And VS Code, since it's, yeah, they've had it forever. Yeah. So there you go. 'Cause No commentary, just the code. Bang bang bash or GPT. There we go. She didn't get it, but oh well. Here's the line scanner. Stuff like that. I mean, the thing is great about this is you can just go in there and clean it up. VS Code has had this for a while, but Mods has had it too. Mods has been around as long as VS Code. The Mods AI integration has been around as much as VS Code has. It's the same thing. It just depends on your style. So yeah. The thing that's really great about that is I can actually document things that that are not documented really quickly. Here's one. Load file. All right, this one's not quite done yet, right? All right, so I'm going to pass the entire function to the command line. So exclamation point AF. It's a Golang thing. It says all function. GPT. No. Comment this. Comment this. And that'll give me a better comment. Load file. Opens a specific file, reads its contents in memory, updating the map and the data. If it attempts to open the file using os.open, it attempts to open the file, blah, blah, blah. If open fails, the errors returns the file is closed automatically when the operation completes. With any errors during closing, this is a little bit long-winded. The file's content is read in full using readall. If successful, it retrieves the file's metadata using fstat. Capturing the last modified time for update. I mean, you could, this is, somebody was saying you could just read the code and it would tell you what that's doing. Completely agree. So this is not always good, right? Sometimes you probably want to be more a succinct, you want to make it more succinct, right? And in this particular case, that might be the way to go. You know, calls load after buffering the file. And you don't necessarily need it all, but occasionally it's good. It gives you a start to get all that stuff. Yeah. So it's not always the best, but it seems pretty good. I mean, the one thing I would want ChatGPT to help me with is documenting my code, because I fucking hate that. Nobody likes that. My code is the documentation. Yeah, no. All right, so we have get and set. We're gonna work on the set when I get back. I do need to take a break and grab an egg or something. Take a chance, take an opportunity to do your own break here if you're here. Probably already are, but so I'm gonna eat a couple eggs that are already cooked, and then I'm gonna come back. My wife is probably gonna be up pretty soon. Wow, it's 7:50. I don't know if she's gonna wake up. When she's gonna wake up. When she wakes up, I just have to go. I'm gonna go on a big old walk with her. Use Amazon Q. Code is free. The problem is does it integrate with the command line? You don't have to pay for tokens. You do need an API key. So, yeah. I pay a little bit of money, and then you have to replenish it every once in a while. I do like the fact that they don't just charge you unlimited, right? So if somebody were to get hold of my key or I were to do a wrong thing, I only put like $10, $15 in it at a time. And then when that money's gone, it's like, oh, you're out of money. And then you have to go dump more money into it. But that way you don't. I've tried the free model. I had the free model originally. In fact, I'm not telling it to use 4.0, which it should be doing. No, I think that's in my settings file, actually. I think my settings file is using 4.0. 4.0 is more money, but it's better. It's way better. It really is better. I've tried both. And keep it brief. Let's see if it does a better job with this after I put that in there. All right, let's try this. AF. Comment this. Try that again. This is costing me money. Oh god, that was like way brief. Of the same. I've heard local llama's pretty good. And it checks if the maps files exists. If not, it determines the default file using default lock and ensures the existence with file touch. Returns an error file request. If not, it determines the default file using default file and ensures its existence with a detailed touch. Anyways, this is really nice. I told it to keep it short, and look at it. This is what it did the first time. This is what it did the first time. Yeah, everybody, I appreciate all your feedback on all the different AI LLM models out there. I do. I'm not trying to ignore you. I've already invested in this one, so I'm gonna keep going with it. Until I just can't overstate my amazement that I told it to keep it brief and it changed this 10-line thing to like say 3 lines. I mean, this is literally the perfect comment, and didn't have to do anything. So I am a huge AI encoding fan. I am a huge fan to the point where I might actually get to the point where I'm tabbing to complete it. It's gonna get crazy. One more card. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Freedom, how you doing? Hack the planet. So, I mean, yeah. Oh, you have GPT-5. Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think we're to the point where tab completion to write a command is a good idea. And let me tell you why I think that. I think that is wasteful. People are using these auto completion models, and if those models are not being locally resolved, I mean, that is an insane waste of energy. I'm okay like adding a comment with an explicit command or writing a prompt to generate some initial bit of code, but I'm not okay having it guess what I want every keystroke. First of all, I think that's extremely inefficient and annoying. I mean, VS Code has that. It's already got it in it. VS Code already has snippets and macros in it when you get to a thing. That's how you do. If you want to make an entire website, do HTML tab or whatever, and you get the whole website. So a whole web page. I'm not against snippets at all. Snippets are a good way to go. Codium considers context of the whole project to generate auto completion. Nice. That is one of the arguments against Vim and NeoVim that's pretty solid. We've been talking about, NeoVim is less likely, or whatever, Vim is more likely to make errors, quote, from somebody. I don't agree. But I do agree that the AI integration in Codium and stuff like that is gonna be better. And quite frankly, that is a reason by itself to pick NeoVim. In fact, we've added another reason to pick NeoVim. And I'm gonna put it in my things. My only comment about NeoVim. So NeoVim is the most likely to receive the best AI integration. I don't see the Vim project. This is me making this conclusion. Obviously, I have no data behind this conclusion. I think that if we're going to start to see VS Codium level AI integration, that it's going to come in NeoVim because that's where the attention is. Codium has plugins for Vim and NeoVim. Are you talking about VS Code? Hey, how are you? Thank you for the follow. Integration of first class and Vim similar to LSP. I do too. If they did that, you could actually have an independent server running that would handle those things kind of in the background. And so, I mean, that I could get behind. You know what I could get behind with that, because rather than doing snippets, what it could do is it could cache your favorite, completions and stuff, and then it wouldn't have to make a fresh query every time. That could be extremely valuable. I mean, like really, really valuable. Here's my favorite Teletubby. I mean Poe. Obviously, everybody likes Poe. Poe's my favorite, but I like them all. I like them all. Poe is my favorite, though. So, lots of things about Neovim. Codium. This isn't VS Codium. Is this something different? Every extension for coding with AI? Wait, is this using Llama or whatever? What the hell? I was unaware of this. I thought you were talking about VS Codium this whole time. This is different. Yeah, just like Sam Altman did when he created Open ChatGPT. This is free forever. OpenAI. Yeah, it's going to be free forever. Mr. Podcast. I love how the guy won the like science award, threw him under the bus. That's so funny. I'm not a Sam Altman fan at all. I am more of a DHH fan after watching Prime's video than I am a Sam Altman fan. But I don't dislike him. I'm just, you cannot be a fan of somebody and that's not hate to say. I've heard the bin plugin over Lua plugin. Why? It has a different feature set. I'm pretty seriously committed to be free and interesting. Yes. This is interesting. We're gonna probably have to do a review of this. If not, actually use it right now. Hell, I'm already bitten off on Neobim. Might as well get all the fun stuff. And completion, tab. I'm definitely hungry though. So you guys read about this, and I'll be back. I'll be back in a bit. Check out the gift of the README. What is it? This is a little scary NFT. What am I looking at? Oh boy. What is this? I can't even see it. I'm trying, I promise. I can't resize because I'm old or something. I don't know. Oh, cool. Camera watcher. It tells on the. Is this blame? Is this blame built in? Shit, this is cool. Who knows? Look, I have told you since the first day, as much as I hate Rust syntax, I'll code in it if it's the best tool for the job. It's not the best tool for the Linux kernel. It's not the best tool for embedded, WebAssembly applications to replace Flask. It's not the best tool for command line interactions and fuzzy finders. Why the hell are you using a fuzzy finder anyway? It's not the best tool for many, many things. It is the best tool for VM engines. It's the best tool to replace Docker and Podman. It would have been the best tool to replace Ansible, but they didn't do that. Actually, Go would have been a better tool there. It's the best tool for terminal emulators. It's the best tool for Dino and interpreted language engines. Rust is the best tool for many, many. It's the best tool for fuzzing. Just ask Gamozo. It's the best tool for writing OSs really quickly that you can system fuzz. Rust is the best tool. It is not the best tool for everyday utilities. It's not the best tool for anything in a backend API situation. It's not having low-level significance. It's not the best tool for game development. That's according to the gaming industry. They threw it out when they tried it. They actually got rid of the guy who suggested it should be that way. And it's not the best tool. I mean, use the right tool. If it's the right tool, none of the things that it's the best tool for are things I want to do. None of them are. So, I would definitely learn it if it became Go is the best tool for everything I want to do, for the most part. So, Codium.bim has a chat feature that runs a local server, and you can communicate with Codium with your project's context. Game engines. Yep. I don't know about that. I don't. I haven't been following the game thing, so I don't know. It depends on what you mean by game, right? So Godot is like making all kinds of progress. I was using Phaser back in the day for web application games. The best tool for 2 is either Bubble Tea. It's either Bubble Tea and Go, or I mean 23,000 stars. Bubble Tea, Bubble Tea is probably the best tool, and um, and then TView and T-Cell, TView and T-Cell, which I by the way sponsor. I sponsor. I pay my little $5 a month to them, which I might stop if I start using Bubble Tea. Charm Bracelet needs the money, man. I think Charm Bracelet, the 4 people that work at Charm Bracelet, including Bash Bunny, I hope that they get enough money and contributions to keep going. I really do. I hope they do. Um, I love what they're doing over there. They're just absolutely amazing. And they've struggled though. They shut down their cloud interface, so I hope they make it. I really do. I'm gonna come back and look at Podium. I'm gonna go make eggs right now. You guys go check it out while I'm waiting. Oh, I haven't changed my clothes in like 24 hours. You found it too annoying? Too opinionated? Interesting. Did you play with T-View to compare? We should do a thing where we compare UIs. I don't want to make, Bash Bunny sad because she worked for Charm Bracelet. So, that reminds me, I need to publish this video real quick. So, we'll go do the other stuff in a bit. David, please forgive me. Still has 150 likes, 96% likeage. It's generating a lot of comments. So far, I feel like it's getting received in a positive way. So that makes me feel better. I've been really worried about it. I couldn't sleep last night. I did sleep though. I had a really great sleep. Nice. My wife and I had a great date last night. So she's up on her phone in bed. I don't know. I'll have to look at bubble tea and see what's up. The only bad side about not having mirror mode on the camera is that I always do the wrong direction. I really want my glasses to be fixed. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so let me just finish this really quick. There's only one question here. Delete. That's it. Live streaming. Thoughts. I don't know. Opinions. That's what it's about. Excuse me. All right, so on monetization, might as well. Again, I'm not doing this to get rich. I'm doing it to pay for my Starlink costs, if anything. It reminds me, I need to call customer service again. They doubling charging me. They're charging me the $50 and they're charging me the $200 for unlimited. And that's fine if that's the only thing that you're doing. Mine is not, though. I wish to go back. Close. All right. So, by the way, how do you make a your own Reddit? How do you make your own like top level Reddit? Learning Vim. Oh God. This is terrifying. 81 upvotes. Yay. You're gonna make your own subreddit. Yes. How do I do that? How do you do that? I want to make a place so I can post videos that are not about other things, so people can talk about them. I don't know what I'm doing though. Do I have to be a member for a certain time or something? Create a community over here. Create a community. All right. RVX Rob. My live streaming. My community. That's all I have to say about that. A community of one. Do we have an icon? I mean, okay. Downloads. I I always wonder about this. Is it like too narcissistic to like name yourself the name of the community? But that's the, do we want a banner? I don't know. Next. Anime and cosplay. What makes it think that I would want to do anime and cosplay? Business and finance, collectibles. Are these titles? It just randomly picked them. I mean, who doesn't like anime and cosplay? I guess that's why. It's like, okay. All right, let's say anime and manga. I do like a good anime. Kind of, not as much as I should. That my stepson would. I can hear him in my head. He'd be like, "No, you don't." He's like one of these anime Nazis. He's like, "You don't even begin to comprehend the depth of anime." I mean, he's the kind of, he would totally do that. He's also autistic. I love him though. NFTs can beat. Wait, what? Art, performing arts, no. Filtered topics. Topics 2, 3. How about we say streamers? How about that? I'll just say streamers. Only 3 topics can be added. Streamers then. I want streamers, damn it. I want technology and streamers. Wait. Pop culture, no. Art, no. Anime cosplay, no. Technology. Oh, are these subtype? Streamers. Assholes. Should we say Twitch? Teeth. Reddit UI is just, it really is. I mean, Joker, I think you're right. Education. Studying career. We're going to say career. Career. I mean, really, the thing that distinguishes me from the other tech streamers is beyond my writing code and, well, that doesn't distinguish me from other streamers. Other streamers regularly rabbit hole themselves to death. So that's not distinguishing me. The thing that distinguishes me from most other streamers is my focus on career-specific education. If I had to distinguish myself from every other streamer out there, except for, that's why I'm in the Knowledge Fellowship. That's why I do things, because the stuff I do is for my own education, but it's also for others. So that is the one distinction. Why am I talking about that? Because I have to pick these stupid Reddit categories. Career, streamers, technology. Am I a career streamer? No. Next. I'm not putting Golang or Bash or anything. Mala is straight. What is that about? I don't know what is that? What does that mean? I should start doing this again, by the way. Welcome. Yeah, I have that ability. I haven't been doing it. Welcome. I haven't been doing it. I've got my whole soundboard here. I gotta be more. I gotta make it more entertaining. Create a community. Mature 18 plus. No. Public, restricted, and private. Ooh, should I make it restricted? I already have an OnlyFans. Does OnlyFans have thread conversation? You know what? I've been thinking about not having comments on my YouTube videos and linking to the Reddit. What do you guys think? Because Reddit is threaded conversations. Reddit is threaded conversations, and YouTube is like fraught with bad bot comments and people who don't think about shit. What do you think about that? I think that's a bad idea. I think there's a lot of people on YouTube who are not on Reddit. That's what I think. That's why I'm not doing it. Doesn't have any posts yet. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and post this one. Make one to get this feed started. First, welcome to RVX Rob. Hey, just saying hello. As much as I hate Reddit, it does have searchable threaded conversations so that they are not lost in Discord chat or YouTube comments. Plus, people can vote their favorite, even though I don't think the most popular should always be considered the most valuable. That's just against the nature of innovation. Posts. Anyway, why does this say art? Oh, that's just me who posted it. View profile. Can I change my profile for this? For this? Artivix Rob. Welcome to Artivix Rob. Imagine watching a video for 1 minute and then taking 5 minutes to ask questions on Reddit that are answered in the first 5 minutes of the video. What is that about? I don't know what NMR is. I don't know these things. Hometown hero newcomer. I'm like getting sucked into Reddit. Everything I've ever said is here, which is kind of cool and scary at the same time. So yeah. Oh god, what's that? Is that people posting things on Reddit? I'm getting notified of things. Oh boy. It makes me feel like a second-class citizen. I don't want my comments on Twitch don't get reflected on screen. Because I'm just not answering you? Yeah. Is that a direct message? So somebody, I'm going to read it. I'm not going to say the name. Okay. I'm not going to, this is a common problem. And it comes because I build this idea that I'm talking to you. And I'm very proud of the connection I have with the people in my stream. But the problem is you get comments like this. This is somebody in Discord said this. I don't know why my comments on Twitch don't get reflected on the screen. I never meant to be disruptive. Kindly remove me from the ban list. It makes me feel like a second-class participant on the stream. So let me address this directly. I got to make a video about this. I have to make a video about this. This is really important. All right, here we go. I've got a comment here from a really great new member of our society who has totally misunderstood what's going on, and I need to talk about it because this really troubles me. I don't know why my comments on Twitch are not getting reflected on the screen. I have not been disruptive. Kindly remove me from the ban list. Humble request. It makes me feel like a second-class citizen on your streams. My friends, the chat that appears at the bottom of the screen is currently undergoing some kind of bug based on Twitch changing their behavior. Either the API broke or the application broke. And my friends and I from the community spent about an hour trying to figure out what the hell is going on and gave up. And we thought there's other things, to work on. So unfortunately, that leaves a state where some people's comments on the bottom of the screen are showing up. Hello there. And others are not. Let's see if mine even shows up. Okay, there it goes. I do not know what's going on. It doesn't have anything to do with subs. Nobody is banned in my chat at all. I removed every ban from my entire community. Every single one. So it has nothing, we don't think it has anything to do with like validation. We don't know the problem, but I want to make sure that you hear this. You are not being silenced, right? This is not me making the choice to do this. Okay. It's one of the many annoying things that I have to fight with all the time with Twitch and with their APIs and the shit that they do. They regularly break things. Sometimes they'll break it and and all of a sudden I'll get attacked, but because people will say your stuff is broken, and I'm like, no, this is yet another Twitch API breaking thing. VF table, it says we don't see your comment. So here's a comment right now that just came in on Twitch that is not showing up on the screen, and it is annoying as hell. Should I just turn all the screen comments off? I could. The only reason I haven't done that is mostly just out of laziness. Honest to God, this is not because I'm favoring you. I mean, I would do that if I had too many people, commenting all the time. We don't have that problem. So I just have to make this video because I want you to understand I'm not ignoring you. It's really important. And I don't want, I can see how you could think that. So, beginning of the video. Yeah, I usually turn off comments on the screen when I'm making a video. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes the video, I can delete it if somebody does that. It's not that big a deal. And it's just it's just annoying to do it. It's like clicking one thing to make it not show up on the screen. But the original reason for that is because it's kind of nice to have it on the screen in the video, in the VOD and stuff. Even though anytime there's a VOD, there's always going to be chat history. So should I even have it there? Maybe I should just get rid of it. But you know what? I am going to get rid of it right now. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to turn it off until they fix it because, well, actually, I see why it's on now because all of my Stream Elements stuff is all combined in with it. So for me to do that, I have to go in and edit my overlay and everything, and that's a pain in the butt. So I don't get like raid notifications or any of those things on the screen if I turn that off. So, yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be on for a while. But whatever. I just wanted you to know. Bye. All right. So that video is done. I'm going to spend the whole day just making videos, right? So, yeah. I just turn comments off for everybody, I think. I'm trying. No, I need to turn that back on. I need to turn them on. Here's why. Like the emojis, the emotes, the emote bombs and stuff. Those are all Stream Elements. So that's what's going on. So, yeah, let's go write some code. I know it's early and people are like, when is this guy going to write code? Good question. Hi.
Hi, you didn't want to come, right?
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're going to go on our 2-mile walk.
2 miles.
Yes. Are you interested or no? You can be honest.
I want to go, but not now. Does that make sense? I kind of want to go though. Where are you going to go?
We walked through the pretty neighborhood in the townhomes, like we did the other night. We make sure we do 2 miles.
Okay.
It's about 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go with my wife. All right, bye guys. I'm going to start this upload and I'm going to go. All right, so bye. Let's see here. We're going to do I was going to rate somebody really quick. Is anybody up at this hour? I'm sure people are up. Anyway, let's do that. Let's do the Twitch thing. Who is awake right now? Mimi's on. Keybind is on. Keybind is cool. He's doing ghost stuff. Yapping with my mouth flap. I don't want to spend time doing this, so I'm just going to end the stream. Bye.